Rainbow Six fans, welcome back. This is Solar Flare Competitive League. My name is Rigel. For the first time in a long time, you're actually getting to see me on the camera. And tonight, I am joined by Fellow, who I had the pleasure of observing for yesterday. But now he's going to be alongside me on the desk. Fellow, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I just hope that your casting is as good as you're observing because that was magnificent. I would say magnifique, but I just kind of didn't really feel like it. But
Well,
we
hey,
got a
fair.
pretty good lineup here for the Division 1. We have Legion Esports versus Reven Academy. And so far, Legion for wins has not been that good. It's been 0-3 for them. They've been kind of down rough here, not really getting any strides of luck, but at least Reven Academy has been doing quite well with their record of 2-1.
Mhm.
So if that really says anything for this best of 3, then I don't know what will. But what are you, Rigel, for the matchup tonight?
Well, I've got to be completely honest with you. I haven't seen a whole lot of Legion. I've only ever seen Reven Academy playing out and about in leagues before. They seem to be a fairly solid roster. A little bit late in the season. We've got one more week next week before the playoffs. So having an 0-3 record is going to affect your mental a little bit going into that final week. But here we are. If they can get the win tonight, they'd be looking potentially pretty well. I don't know exactly how the standings work in SFCL, but they might be able to make a run for a final playoff slot of some type. So hopefully they'll be able to come back for that tonight, and at least we'll see 3 maps, make it a close game.
Yeah, I hope that we do see 3 maps. Surprisingly enough, we're not seeing the trio of Clubhouse, Oregon, and Cafe,
Mhm.
which is really shocking. We are seeing 2 of them still, unfortunately. That's going to be Cafe and Oregon, but we are in fact seeing Consulate, which is probably one of the most 50-50 sided maps in the competitive scene for Rainbow. It's quite an interesting map nonetheless, and you don't get to see it a lot, so I'm actually really excited about that tonight. Are you excited about seeing Consulate?
Honestly, Consulate is the map where a lot of teams show what they're really worth. I think it is a map that is underplayed a lot of times in comp for that exact reason. You have to really have strong, uh, mechanical skill in order to be able to play on a map like that one. I mean, it does come down to strats in a couple occasions. You have to have strong strategies to be able to compete with another team. But all in all, it boils down to the important gunfights. Are you able to win your rappel battles in a lot of cases, especially with the window play on the second floor of this one? So it's going to come down to which team can click heads better in the very end, because even though Siege is a game about planting diffusers and the bombs, it is more so about who can click heads better, I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point to make. You can kind of say that for a map like Coastline as well. I
Mhm.
don't think Consulate is as attacker sided as Coastline, for example, but it's definitely not as defender sided as maps like Clubhouse or Oregon, for example. So you definitely make a great point. And there are a lot of positions where you have to go on those repels. For example, the double window in Council, or the double window near Meeting or Connector. There's a lot of windows you can repel on Console. It's actually quite surprising that that's a thing. But
Mhm.
we should be getting into the lobby quite soon, only waiting on a couple more people. I just can't wait for tonight to start up. There isn't really much else to say for me, but
No, that's totally fair, fellow. I mean, it has been a long time coming since I've been able to cast again. I've been on the observation side of things, a little bit of production, a little bit of business for various leagues around the T3 scene recently. So it's very fun to be able to come back and cast. So I'm hoping we can get into it pretty soon here. Just waiting for those infamous readies from each team here, which sometimes, as we all know, can take forever. And it always seems to happen in the middle of a rehost. I don't know if you felt that as
oh
well,
my
fellow,
god.
but my lord, when some team comes back and has to rehost a game, it's taken a long time. It can take a long time. I've got Vietnam flashbacks.
Um yeah. I think we're getting ready to start soon, possibly. You might have been able to unjinx us. I'm not too sure actually, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh,
Nope,
there we
there.
go. Oh my lord.
Say
I think
we. Oh
Legion's
yeah.
ready. They've
Oh
got their
yeah.
check marks on. I can see it on the clean feed for the observer. I think we're in business.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay. So,
And we'll be
wow.
starting very soon. That's good.
Why is Legion asking for check marks? You don't need to put the check marks. Okay, there we go. We have 10 check marks. Apparently, that is very
There we
important to you guys.
go.
But we are starting the game. Everyone, we are starting. Thank you. But here we are, Cafe Dostoevsky. This map has been a little bit more defender-sided over the history of the game, but recently it's sort of shifted to that attacker-sided. I don't really want to call it a meta, but it has sort of shifted the whole entire gameplay balance with a lot of the recent reworks of operators. What do you think about that, fellow? Do you have anything in particular that really stands out that Ubisoft has either, changed for the better or completely, screwed over?
Yeah, I think I would actually. Obviously, the Jaeger and Lamai changes that have happened at the beginning of the season, I think that's pushed the meta more from a 20-second meta more towards a 30 to 40-second. You
Okay.
still have to go through a lot of utility dump as an attacker, but it's not as forceful. So that gives a little bit more breathing room for Legion, for example, to kind of work their way into the site and do a proper execute. So instead of seeing that 4-2 split that you normally see on Cafe, you might in fact see a 3-3 split kind of even up, and that's a little bit better for the attackers, obviously, as they get another round in their favor in the first half. But bans coming out already. We're almost done with the ban phase, as a matter of fact. Thatcher, Nomad, and Wamai for right now. All of these look to be really solid operators. I think Reven purposely just try to ban Nomad and Wamai almost all the time. Nomad's a great flank watcher, and Wamai is just one of those annoying operators that can just burn through a lot of your utility. The final ban will in fact be a Valkyrie ban coming out by Reven, or pardon, Legion, my mistake, I'm sorry. And yep, those are the bans for this evening, at least for map number 1.
I like where we're going with Legion's ban. Nomad is a fairly solid operator, especially for flank watch. In T4 especially, Nomad, as you start moving up the competitive tiers, can be countered a little bit more effectively. People start learning how to deal with those Nomad air jabs anyway, even if she is still available on the board. So she's not necessarily as much of a crutch op as people tend to think, but it is still a very good ban here on Cafe, where there are multiple angles that need to be held and need to be defended from roams, namely the white stairs, red stairs. If you're playing first floor, then you've got that sort of half brown staircase off to the side. And in addition,
Yeah.
having the Wamai ban too, very valuable on that top floor when you're defending the pixel shield.
Yeah, having Wamai now banned, I
Attackers need to
don't know if
locate and
Reven's going to
defuse
want to try to
bomb.
contest it. They have a really good team comp to do so after on the Smoke and also Jerry on the Goyo, so they have some utility to work with in order to try to waste Legion's time when pushing Cigar side. And yep, I think the shield's coming out here by Jerry onto Pixel, so we will see that hold. It's put a little bit farther back, so that's going to give possible room to just immediately retreat when they get flushed out from there. But so far, this looks to be just a pretty common setup. And I also do like the Valkyrie ban that happened. It gets rid of a lot of intel, and especially with Valkyrie, you can just C4 from underneath on these sites, leading in towards Cigar or even New Balcony, for example. It's just a really big pain in the behind, so I don't really blame them for getting that ban on the board.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, you bring up really good points there, fellow. Another thing that I wanted to make a mention of actually is you were the caster for last night. Gunners in Paris versus Strike X, I believe, were the two teams, if I'm
Yep.
right. Okay, perfect. I'm having deja vu. Gunners in Paris was the blue team. They started on the defense first, and they took almost verbatim the exact same operators that we're seeing right now from Reven. So I don't know if they took a piece of the pie out of their playbook from last night, and they're putting the shields in the same spot as well. We saw the Goyo going into the pixel location. We're seeing a smoke shield in place of the second Goyo over by the plywood and the top of white stairs.
Yeah.
It's almost the exact same thing, and I mean, if you remember, it was a 5-1 split in favor of the attackers. So I don't know if that's quite the move to be making here. What do you think?
I mean, hopefully it won't be a 5-1 split. That would probably end the first map very quickly. But I think most of the setup here is just pretty common theory in terms of like the defense. Goyo makes a lot of sense here for the top floor. So does Castle to try to get rid of some of those like different choke points for Legion. I really don't think they were, stealing some plays here. I think it's just mostly common variation for the defenders. But some utility will be destroyed here by Chu as he makes his way up top to that red stairwell, now making his way in towards Cigar shop. And almost spotting the guy behind C3, but he's just not going to be able to detect him through that rotational hole. He'll take up a lot of damage in that process, but he's still in it to win it. I believe Yacht was able to find some shots as well onto Zogu, but also not a kill. So it is still that 5-on-5 with now a minute 20 on the clock as Legion begins to work their way up top into this third floor.
Oh my goodness, we see the M590 is now a Cali sniper rifle as he gets a kill all the way from across that bar area. It's going to be, wow, 2 more kills coming out quick from Hyget being the final of that series, but he is going to get refragged out here from another player at top red. That's going to be Beam playing Ash, finally getting his team on the board in this round. Jordy, that hatch was open, my friend. I don't know if you
Yeah.
intended to do that there. Oh, you know what? That's actually a big brain play because the freezer's open
Oh,
as
so you
well.
can rotate. Yeah.
Exactly. I think he's trying to avoid getting his bean taken off. Pun very much intended there. Ace going to be opening up the wall here. Final 35 seconds of the round. And in a 4v2, this is not a really great place to be in for the attacking team. You have almost no support. You're both stacked up along the same angle, and now you're allowing the defense to really get prepped into any position. And I don't see any sort of a plant going off unless maybe Ash is able to make a run into sight. That is going to get shut down here.
Yep, one kill will go out here by Jordy though. Now a 1-on-3, but there's very little time for him to possibly clutch this out. Smoke grenade coming out though, which could possibly cover him, but nope. That Mossberg shotty in close quarters combat is just too much for Jordy to handle. After we'll shut him down right next to New Balcony. And that's going to be the first round win in the favor of Reven.
Really solid play there from Reven. It is imperative on a map like Cafe that you do not let the attackers get map control. I think that is one of the most important points that you need to make as a new team, old team, whatever you might be. Do not let your attackers get map control when you're on the defense, and that is exactly what happened. You saw the smoke holding out that long angle through the bullet hole. Beautiful job there with the SMG-11. I mean, that gun has been contested recently as, you know, almost the same way as it used to be pre-nerf with the recoil. I don't really see it myself, but still well done to him to get a couple opening kills. Same with the Jaeger. Those aggressive plays are really what save these defensive rounds sometimes.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Yeah, Hyga picking up that double kill right after found an opening kill, funny enough, after, making it that 5-on-2 just immediately. Great work done by Reven. And now we're going to see them trying to go reading room and also fireplace. Surprisingly enough, Mira has not been banned on Cafe on this first map series, but they're not bringing her for this top floor defense. They're bringing the exact same lineup that we saw round number 1 when they were holding top floor. It's a great lineup nonetheless, but I definitely think Mira could be a much better fit than possibly for, say, I don't know, maybe a Goyo, for example, as Smoke still has that shield for Pixel, and you really don't need a deployable shield for anywhere else. I mean, you can put that one there on White Stairwell, but it doesn't help that much, I feel. What do you think?
Well, I think the important distinction about not bringing a Mira here is that potentially she's just too well known of an operator on this site, and as well as the third floor site. People know how to deal with her. She's been a part of this meta for a long time on Cafe, so people are finally starting to adapt and potentially bring a couple different things. But I mean, it is still a good point. She's still a very powerful operator. I don't know if they've actually taken her 1.5 away just yet, but it is a very good scope for holding long angles. But at the same time, just her gadget in general is very versatile, and it prevents a lot of opportunities for the attackers moving forward in their rounds.
Yep, but it appears to be a full man this top floor take here. About a minute being wrapped up. Some vertical play will in fact go out on the side of Legion. That's we're outside of Red, but what a beautiful shot by Mute with that SMG-11 in his back pocket. Narrowly misses that C4 toss, but the man advantage will in fact increase by 2 as Hygut picks up 1. An immediate refrag will go out though, but Omar's with a double kill of his own, now shutting down Raptor. It's back to a 4v2 now, which we have in fact seen before. It's just up to Jordy and Chu, and Jordy's still on the roof right now. Chu's by his lonesome. He'll pick up 1, but it's a trade. He could possibly go for that withstand or revive by Jordy, but the damage has already been done. This, again, is looking perfect for Reven. However, though, Jordy will manage to pick up another refrag, claiming the body of Jerry. Now back to that 2-on-2, but this still looks to be a pretty solid round for Reven so far.
I don't know, fellow. I mean, it is a 2v2 situation, and it's also a minute and 10 left now. That is very good timing, honestly. There's a lot of opportunity for vertical play as long as Chu still has some soft breach potential, and as long as you can force these defenders out of their positions, you might still be able to sneak out a round win. But oh, you know what? I just noticed diffuser's down. I don't know quite where, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with. Oh, it's on the roof.
Okay. It is?
Yeah, it's way up on the roof. These guys aren't making any effort to actually run up and grab it, I don't think, right now. I don't see anybody going. I think they're just gonna stick for the kills. And you have the time to grab it.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, they could grab it, but now in that 2v1, it does not look to be that case, especially with Chu, who's on such little HP. He's going to try to wide swing around. He has no clue where after is. He'll finally free fire around, but an SMG-11 and 100 HP is just far too strong for the 5 health Sophia. And again, another round win in the favor of Reven as they increase their advantage by 2 rather than just 1. And yeah, I'm sorry for not pointing that out there, Rigel. I should have probably said it, but I was like, "Oh, carriers above. I don't think they're gonna win."
No,
this."
you're good. I was having a moment because the Wi-Fi went down in my
Yeah.
house, but not the wired internet.
Oh.
So I was also trying to troubleshoot that. So yeah, I was a little bit not with it during round number 2, but I came back just in time to see really good play there from Reven to bring it back from the 2v2 situation. And I honestly gotta question Legion a little bit on that one. You had the time. Should have potentially grabbed the diffuser, but I'm not going to knock you too much for it. It's still early in the game. You went for your frags, and whoever was IGLing probably thought it was the better idea at the time. So not going to knock you too much for it as long as you guys come back stronger in the next round. And here we are going to first floor for the very first time in this map. Another important distinction to make is I believe this is the first time the buck is being brought. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is a very big for this team here because vertical play essential on this segment.
Yeah, and also no anti-breach here. There, in fact, Omar is in fact bringing the Malusi rather than a mute. It's still a great operator nonetheless. It's a lot of utility dump against Team Legion, and also gives off great information. That Banshee makes a very audible sound, so you could pick up a kill just solely off of using your eardrums, which you use quite a lot in a game like Rainbow Six. But at the moment, I don't think we see a complete top floor roam here by Reven. That might change in a moment or two, but I'm not 100% sure. What I am sure of, though, is that we did in fact have a little bit of an extension heading out into coat check and also reception being done by Jerry, and also those shotgun holes that were made by either Zogu or After. Doesn't really matter either way, though. The shotgun holes are made nonetheless.
It looks like we are going to potentially have a couple defenders up on the second floor. I think I caught a little bit of a glimpse of that blue outline that we casters and observers are so lucky to have. That cues me into maybe somebody up there doing a little bit of a roam, but no, it looks like they're going to elect to actually fall back down. It might actually be a little bit ahead of what the stream can hear, I think, on my own end, so I don't quite know how to account for that at the moment. We'll figure it out. But this roam clear coming out from Legion, very effective here. They've already gotten rid of pretty much everybody on the top 2 floors. That's exactly what you need. There's still 2 minutes left to go. You can truly utilize what the Buck is supposed to be doing. That is opening up the floors. Same thing with the Ashe and the Zofia. You have breaching charges on both of them as well. This whole entire floor is going to become Swiss cheese and open up a world of opportunities for these attackers. And speaking of opportunity, there goes Bean opening the round with a very quick kill, and Jerry taking a lot of HP as well.
Yeah, almost giving himself a second kill in the opening round, but that's exactly why you have someone on that roam game, especially for the first floor site here, is that people like Bean Yacht can just make quick work of that roam clear, then start doing vertical play, as he now picked up his second kill a moment ago, and already this looks to be a much better round for Legion, as they still have top floor control, about 1:10 on the clock, and the man advantage 2 in their favor right now. Say Zogu is very close to Chu at the moment, as he is still playing in coat check. He could possibly find a free frag here, but it will in fact be High Gut to find the first kill for his defending team. Now in that 3-on-4, 50 seconds on the clock, this still looks to be pretty decent for Legion, but if another kill comes out on the side of Reven here, we might in fact see a little bit more favorable round for them. So I'm pretty sure that's Bean Yacht, who's right outside of Bakery door. He's getting ready to push on out, but I'm pretty sure he's aware that High Gut is behind that little half wall in Bakery.
If there is a gunfight in this round that is going to be as impactful, it is going to be... Oh my... Wow! Okay, hi. You win those, I guess. That was very impressive. Nice shot to you, my friend. That brings it back to a 3v2, but okay, Tech going to be able to bring it down to a 2v2 now. This is a lot more palatable for the attackers after that absolute slam that occurred over by the small bakery.
15 seconds left.
And you've got 2 wonderful defensive operators to take it. You have the smoke with 1 canister left up denial in the last 10 seconds. Here we go. Buck has dropped down into the freezer hatch. Ashe has the diffuser this time. That's a little bit of an advantage. She's going to take the gunfight. Got the triple kill onto the headshot with After. Now Jaeger's going to have to retake in a 2v1 situation. He lights up the buck. Is he going to be able to find the kill? He's going to look away at the wrong time, and that is going to be it for him. He falls in round number 3, and Legion gets their first point in this matchup. Beautifully done.
Wow, what a comeback there by Legion. I mean, they had it at the beginning, but then they lost some traction during that middle game. But once the end game struck upon them, they managed to just re-strengthen that grip that they had onto Reven and just ended up winning that third round, which is very crucial to this first side here. So great work by them nonetheless, but we are in fact going to see a return here to kitchen service and kitchen cooking by Reven, but a completely different team comp here. No Malusi and no Goyo or Castle. Instead, we have the Mute and Mozzie duo, a Vigil possibly for the hard roam, which was one of the weakest points there by Reven on that last round, along with the Legion and Smoke to follow up as well. Definitely not on the roam, though. I didn't want to get a false impression there on that.
This is something we love to see. It is a meta that was once the king of Rainbow Six Siege and what Chief likes to call Intel Denial Simulator. We have the Mute and we have the Mozzie, the three kings of absolutely hating anything with a camera, namely those drones that are going to be coming in from the attackers. This is huge for a roam-heavy map such as Cafe. If you're able to maintain that roam for as long as possible, waste the time, you're going to be able to more effectively win the round. Here's one thing that you don't typically see every day is the Mozzie is actually intentionally going for drones.
5 seconds to go.
And I'm going to be a little critical of that. Why are you doing that, my friend? You don't need to claim the drones. Your pests are effectively there to prevent them from pushing a drone into your area of influence. If you want to sit in reading room, put Mozzie pests on the reading room doors so they can't get a drone in there. And that's exactly how you play Mozzie. I mean, it's open to interpretation yet again. Everything I say, yeah, feel free to do that yourself if you want. But I don't know, man. That's kind of a interesting choice of gadget usage.
It's a little unorthodox, I'd have to agree with you there, but it's not the worst strategy nonetheless as long as Omar ends up using his gadget. He can just have them preset, possibly to maybe go for some C4s into sight up above to deny the vertical play. That's the most I could see Omar's doing with his gadgets being pre-placed. Some shots will go out though. Beanyot gonna take a boatload of damage, and he's just in the middle of sight somehow. I don't know how that really occurred. Omar's going to pick up one onto Chu, but I'm not really too sure if Beanyot's going to be able to survive that much longer. We might in fact see a 5-on-3. Teku, though, going to refrag. Jordy going to follow suit now. High Gut will in fact pick up one right afterwards, though, and Beanyot finally going to find the head of Jerry. He'll in fact pick up a double kill as the plant now goes down. It's just up to High Gut, but he finds two more very important frags, but he can't find a fourth. Beanyot with a massive 3K at the very end of that round. And that's going to give Legion, again, another round win in their favor, evening things up 2-2, going into round number 5.
Bean, you absolute madman. I don't know what it is, what your aim trainer is, but please send me the link. I need to download that right now because you were just hitting heads left and right. I guess you could say he just you know, I was going to make a joke about the beans, like hitting the beans, but I think that window is passed a little bit there. But in any case, man, well done. But still, I got to give props. I think it was Omar's on Reven Academy who was playing the Vigil in that last round because he was so close. So close to winning that. I mean, he denied the plant. He killed one of the only flank watches, and it brought it down to a 1v1 where it was basically just time in the favor of the defense, and the attackers had to come back. And he almost got it done. So well done to you, but Legion, very well played. You guys need to shut down Bean if you want to win some more defensive rounds here.
Completely agree. Bean just straight up just carried that last round there. Beautiful 3K by him. I don't know how he was able to just walk into sight like that, completely uncontested, and he just evaded death by just a thread there. He was on very little HP on all three of those gun engagements due to those toxic babes. If After was just a little bit more precise on those smoke grenade throws, that could have been a completely different round, possibly favoring Reven, but we'll never know as we can't really see possible different outcomes from different universes, so it'll still be 2-on-2. Completely even round scenario. And so far, I think we're just going to see again another top-down take being performed by Legion, as that's what you normally need to do when attacking pretty much every single site on Cafe Dostoyevsky.
Yeah, roam clear is very important. But then again, I feel like roam clear could be important on the majority of maps. I don't know. I think yeah, I think it's honestly imperative on every map. I can't fault them for doing it. You know, viewership experience though. However, it would be fun if we saw a couple rushes here and there. I mean, to bring it to a real life example, I mean, look at Pride. They kind of got smacked out of grand finals a little bit, unfortunately for them. They put up a good fight, but at the same time, they perform rushes immaculately. The defense doesn't expect it. You have the first couple rounds where they're playing normally, you know, they're going in, they're doing their roam clears, and then all of a sudden you come in, they're planting in the first 7 seconds of the round. So we'll see if we see any of that here today, but Mute coming on a big flank here. Lots of potential, no Nomad. Fellow, what are you thinking about this situation here?
Oh! No air jump on the... Oh, Omar! What a beautiful opening frag! Minute 30 now on the clock as the first kill goes out by Omar. A magnificent C4 toss. I did not think that was going to land, but I was in fact proven wrong right then and there. I'm surprised that Omar wanted to go on that deep roam, but hey, it worked out for him in the end, so you can't really blame the man now, can you? It's about a minute 15 on the clock though, and Legion must be just starstruck as they got caught completely off guard there by that roaming Mute. I think he's getting ready to return back to site though. But oh, Teku, he might be able to catch Mute off guard possibly. He's going to have to walk up that double barbed wire white stairwell here. That's going to give off a lot of intel here for Reven, and they might be able to just pick up another kill in their favor. And there we go. High Gut going to find one onto the Beanyat. Not the second kill that I thought would occur, but a kill for Reven nonetheless as he now begins to rotate again into the second floor.
I've got a couple choice things to say about Legion, but I'm going to hold off because it's the most important part of the round. Here comes the execute potentially from Legion. But actually, no, never mind. It's just going to be a laydown angle coming out from Raptor. Okay, get your frags, man. Get your frags. Going to be a little bit of an exit frag here, though. It is the 4v2 situation with only 20 seconds left to go. So unless we see some amazing, insane plays coming out from either of these two attackers, that is going to be pretty much it. But a 4v1 now. Hi, oh my lord. Coming up the red stairs yet again. He has 10 kills already, and it's only round number 5.
10 seconds remaining.
We're going to be seeing a little bit of attack time out here, and I don't blame Legion.
5 seconds left.
But here's my choice words, and then Fellow, I'll let you respond to that. Oh, he does get his flag. So good for you, man. But where's the flank watch? Where's the flank watch? You've got the one person died to red stairs. Fine, you know that was an unfortunate circumstance. Mute tossed a nitro cell. Wouldn't have seen him coming. Okay, but it happened a second time. Jaeger was able to sneak up red stairs. He was able to get the drop on 1 and almost 2 players, and that could have ended very, very badly for Legion. The round could have been over, honestly, there. So we need to have a flank drone. You need to have a 5th player, something like that, at least holding an angle until you're ready to execute, and then you can have everybody collapse on the site.
There we go. We do see some flank watch, though. Gridlock will be picked. She's a strong second pick when you do need a flank watch, especially when Nomad's banned. Obviously, that's the operator you want to bring 90% of the time. But when she does get banned every now and again, you really do need at least something there. And those Gridlock track stingers do the job pretty well. You have to go through a lot of them if they've already been pre-placed. They make a relatively decent audio cue. So it's almost a necessity here. That's been the biggest issue by Legion so far. They've been able to do, I wouldn't say relatively successful roam clears, but on sites like Kitchen, that is their strong suit, going for those roam clears and following up a vertical play, which is something you really can't do on the top floor, but you can do it on Reading Room and Fireplace, which is the site that we're going to right this very second. And again, surprisingly, no Mira here for Reven. They just seem completely confident with that one.
I'm honestly okay with no mirror. We're seeing a little bit of a change. She's very stale. I'm not gonna lie. The operator choice is very stale. I'm gonna be completely blatant with you. We've seen a big shift though into placing these new deployable shields with the little see-through mini mirrors almost, if you can call them that. And that's becoming a little bit more of a focus on that bathroom play, which is very smart. I do like that, but it's frustrating to play against 100%. But here we are, round number 6. Is it going to be a 3-3 split, or are we going to see the defensive-sided FA that we've become accustomed to? And if it is that defensive-sided, you know, that defensive-sided half, is Legion going to be able to do the same thing, and are we going to be going to our OT? Very excited to see that, but of course we do have to play out the remainder of round number 6. We have somebody playing all the way up in Pixel. I think that is the Jaeger, if I can glean a little bit of information from that blue outline that we get. And we have somebody playing below in trains, but the Jaeger hits his shot again, twice! What is going on? This man's cracked.
Okay, well, I think we're definitely going to see a 4-2 split in the favor of Reven, unless they manage to throw this somehow, some way, as it's already 2-on-5 in the favor of the defensive team and about 1:50 on the clock. That gives a lot of time for Legion to somehow come back from this, and already Raptor will pick up one in compensation, but they're going to have to find a couple more if they want to even this out to a 3-on-2 or possible 2-on-2. Wide swing will come out here by Chu. He isn't fully aware that there is somebody playing on white stairwell. That's going to be High Gut. He could possibly pick up his third if he plays his card right. He's going to go for a little bit of a pre-fire, though. Not going to land his shots. Not a single bullet, but luckily Jerry is there on the rotate onto Raptor. And there we go. High Gut eventually finding that third frag. That's going to be the 6th round win here for High Gut, now making the map score 4-2 as the 6th round is over, and the sides will now finally switch. Got my numbers mixed up there.
If anybody from Reven is in the chat, I'm going to ask you this question right now. How old is High Gut, dude? How old is this kid right now? Because if he's 18, you find yourself a Challenger League roster. You find yourself, because I think they're from Mexico, right? So you find yourself a Liga MX roster. Because my God, man, you're tearing it up right now. Legitimately, he doesn't even need to flank. He's just sitting there in Pixel and he's shooting heads. That's godly. So well done to you, my friend. I can't knock Legion. They're just getting caught out by the angle play, I think. You know, that's what we're seeing right now. We're gonna have to see if they're gonna be able to turn it around here on their own defense. I'm excited. We're gonna have to see if Chu can live up to the Jaeger expectations that we've seen in the past few rounds. Fellow, who's gonna be the player to watch, do you think, on this defense?
Well, at the very beginning, I would definitely like to highlight Omar. He's going to be the main guy going for that vertical play, but also still try to notice, or at least observe the top fragger here of High Gun. He'll definitely go up above. That G8 is an absolute menace to deal with in pretty much any gunfight here, and he might use his gadget just to try to find those Kaid claws, or the electric claws, what we normally call them, or even pests as well. A very fancy play you can do as well. You could possibly shut down Vigil when he's using his gadget, because IQ does counteract that Vigil device as well. So I definitely think those are going to be the top 2 players we have a lot of highlight. Maybe a third could possibly be Zogu, perhaps. At least for the attackers. What do you think about the defenders?
Defender-wise, I think it's going to have to be the Vigil for me. I mean, a very well-played Vigil. Oh, and speaking of well-played Vigils, he's already going for the spawn peek. He lights up Zogu just a little bit. But if he... Good job. I'll give it to you. You went for the spawn peek, you got some HP damage, and you made it away with your life. So good job. But as I was saying, the Vigil, very, very critical to a successful defense. If you can have a flank player or a roam player that is able to hold his position, confuse the attackers, continually change your position, get a couple frags, and, you know, have your life traded out, that is all you can ask for a roamer. That is, if you wanted a Van Gogh picture of what a roamer should be doing, play for time, get a couple frags, get traded out. Those are the 3 pillars. So if he's able to accomplish that, we're going to be seeing some successful defenses here.
I mean, if Legion can waste about 30 to 45 seconds more, this could be a very crucial round win here for Legion. And I'm not too sure if he's been spotted out yet up above near bar. Up, there we go. Finally has been notified there on that drone, so he'll have to push out, wasting just about 1:15 as the attackers are still in fact trying to clear out every single corner. And now Bean Yacht has in fact repositioned in towards Reading Room. I think he's going to try to just roam to his very last breath. I mean, that's what Vigils are best known for doing, so I don't really blame him. Omar's now having to go a little bit on this vertical play on the 3rd floor to try to, you know, spot him out as well. Yeah, this is just a great time waster here by Legion. Very good work by them. After, though, getting open that prep wall could possibly allow him to get some sightlines onto anyone on the A site, but I don't think anyone's really contesting that peak at the moment, so I'm not entirely sure. But there we go. Bean, yep, Habana just not checking her corners there. Bean Yacht will be the first player to pick up a kill onto the round. C4 goes out, but it's not going to land by Teku. Very unfortunate indeed, but they still have that man advantage. This is looking great so far for Legion.
Legion's doing everything right now. Oh, what is going on? Loading new magazine. How is he alive? He shouldn't be there. Okay, Bean, get your frags though, man. You deserve it for that one. You've been playing beautifully on that roam, and now it's down to about 30 seconds left, and the attackers have no control, with the exception of Bakery. They're always gonna have to be checking their corners. Now, this is what we were talking about, that beautifully executed roam here. But another thing I do want to highlight, Reven, if you go back and you watch this VOD, my friend, drone economy, please. That is, oh, there goes triple kill for Bean, and Shu also getting a headshot, so now it's down to a 1v4. Very uncomfortable situation here for the ace. But yeah, drone economy is too critical. I mean, if you look over at the left side of your screen, there are only 2 drones left alive on the entirety of the attack. That is not something you need to see. If you want to win rounds, you need to have intel, and you can't just go throwing away your drones in prep phase. It is going to be a defensive win for Legion based on time alone. Well played again to the roamers, but God, drones are too critical. I don't know where exactly they all went, but not enough left at the end of the round to effectively prevent any of those deaths.
Yeah, say 1 second. I am my mic's a little bit bad.
Oh
'Cause
no, you're fine.
Sync time, because what do you call it? My quality just dropped to 240 in an instance, and I had to refresh it, so it reloaded the stream. Very unfortunate, but
Oh, we love YouTube.
yeah, oh, absolutely. It's great. Other than that, because sometimes it will lower down the quality, but yeah. The attack by Reven just kind of came falling apart like a house of cards against a gust of wind. They really couldn't deal. They couldn't really deal with Beanyat on that roam. He wasted so much time and wasted away so many attackers that were going up against him. I don't know how he won that second gunfight, but I mean, hey, great work done by him nonetheless with that K1A SMG, and that's going to make the deficit turn to 1 rather than 2 rounds for Legion as they now make their way to the top floor. And as I now try to fix this synchronization error, so give me another moment on that. Take it away.
No, you're totally fine. I'll take over a little bit, but I do like the analogy you made. That you know, the wind blowing over the house of cards. That's not one I've actually heard used very often, if ever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to steal that one from you if I ever do get to cast again. I'm stealing.
I don't blame you.
I hope you don't mind.
10 seconds to insert.
But
wait a minute.
oh, okay. Big brain fellow over here fixing the YouTube clean feed so we can get an accurate viewing experience. Speaking of big brain, though, we had some Cade claws in very interesting places downstairs. We did see it thanks to our wonderful observer Illusion. Playing from below with no IQ now on the attack, those Cade claws are going to be very near impossible to find and destroy. So well done. That's going to save a little bit of extra time on defense. We don't really see the roam operator of the Vigil in this round, but I think that also lends itself to the fact that we are on top of the board. There's not so much of a need for an extended roam besides potentially a Mozzie or a Valkyrie to get those nitro kills. That's something that's very important. And we do see one operator down below, so I would suspect there's one of the nitro players. So how are we doing, fellow? You back to life, or are we still out working with?
Oh no, we're good. I think I'm like literally like maybe half a second ahead or behind, so it's not gonna have an effect on anything. A lot better than like the 10 that I had. So it wasn't 10, but it was around like 5, I believe. But about a minute wasted here. Nothing much has gone on so far. Just appears to be that top-down clear that you commonly see. Red has now been open though, and oh, the opening kill. Speaking of openers, Bean again finding one onto Omar's. He'll shut down the soft destruction of Sledge. Not looking too good for Reven yet again so far. I don't know how well their offense has really been going for them, especially compared to their defense. Beanyat though still holding down Pixel. Could have Zogu and also Highgut try to contest him. I think he's finally fallen back just a tad bit, which can allow for Reven to get that main wall open, but they have to get rid of those Electro Claws first and foremost. Some Selvas will be detonated. I'm not too sure on what wall though, and oh no, Teku. Oh, he is so close to the opposition right now.
Ready.
He's just watching around. Oh yeah, he's so ready. Please just do it.
He's not gonna do it.
Oh, come on. You gotta do it, Teku. We need to see this.
He's leaving me hanging. This is depressing, man. I am gonna have a good long cry after this one's over, but I'm also gonna have a good long cry about something else. Can you guess what I'm gonna say? It's the drones, man. Oh! Ash just ended this man's whole career. That is the first one we've seen from Highgut here on the attacking side, and what a big one that is. Kills the smoke with all 3 canisters still in his pocket, and that is the M870 and the SMG11 off the board for this defense. Well done. 4v4. But only 30 seconds left to go. It's going to be harkening back to the couple months ago of the exact 20-second meta. Mozzie, Oh, that wasn't the Mozzie. I thought it was the Mozzie. It was not. He didn't land a single one of those shots. But speaking of landing shots, after going to be getting the headshot, finally going for the plant. Ooh, and now it's down to Chu. Is he going to get it done? What are you thinking?
No, he missed that C4, and now he has to play attacker here, trying to make his way back into sight. He'll shut down Jerry, but he's got to find 3 more. He's well aware of After's position behind that red wall, but After is just playing so patiently there. He's not going to want to give up his position just yet. Another wide swing is attempted by Chu, but Zogo is going to win that one-on-one confrontation, and Reven will now in fact get another round on their side, and now the scoreline 5-3 in their favor. A very great comeback by them indeed. I did not think they were going to be able to pull that out with such little time that they had. They did only have 30 seconds to work with in a 4-on-4, but hey, they just won their gunfights. It was just that simple and easy.
Yeah, good job. I'll give it to him 100%. Yeah. Typically, the defenders have the advantage, especially on the third floor site like that. They're able to hold long angles. There's really only 2 funnel points that you can get into the site, one of those being from Cigar, the other one of those being from Piano, if we're talking about a typical Piano side take. And with 4 defenders up, you can hold those angles down pretty easily. So well done. I'll echo that on your side of things as well. But we're going to the exact same top floor site once again. Only notable change that I'm seeing this time is instead of the Cade, we're bringing the Mute. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. They're both pretty much similar in the vein of they deny hard breach, but the kit of the Cade is a very, very strong one on these long angle holds. He has the 1.5 sight on that AR of his.
Yeah, I don't know how I want to feel about Jordy on that Mute rather than the Kaid. It's not a bad lineup, especially with the combo of Chu on that Mozzie, but, you know, I don't think you really need 2 Mossberg shotties here on this top floor. Jordy could have just switched to the MP5K. That could have been a much better play by him. It's not the worst idea. People should really not be afraid of bringing that gun. You know, the rate of fire on it is jacked in some instances, and it has 1.5 time optics, so you can still hold down those longer sight lines. Similar to how Kaid can do it. It really isn't that different in theory. And you have a much better secondary weapon. But yet again, the top-down floor take coming out by Reven. Literally the bread and butter of attacking on Cafe. And like Rigel said, most other maps as well on Rainbow. But I think this is one of the most notable examples, definitely, out of all the maps. Bean Yacht will get spotted out, though. He could go for a possible pre-fire. He'll do a tad bit of damage to Jerry, but we would have loved to have seen that kill go out. That would have been such a beautiful highlight indeed, but he'll now get pushed out from that side minibar window as well, but not going to get fully contested just yet. Oh, come on. Oh, that was so close.
He was so close.
Yep.
So close. 3 times. But I'll tell you something else, too. I'm going to keep going on about this the whole game because it's so important. But, fellow, look at the left side of your screen. Only 2 drones are dead. And
yeah, great drone
past the prep phase. It's past the first minute. Beautiful. That is what you love to see. And a lot of them are out of the people's pockets as well, holding those angles. So not as many flank potentials.
Okay. It wasn't a glitch. It was a little sliver. It was a sliver. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I hate that.
Too.
That frustrates me. Hibana, please just blow up what you're supposed to blow up. I don't know how else to put it. The attackers right now, they're all concentrating on the top of red, making a push into Piano. Ooh, just narrowly misses the Jaeger. How did he sneak out of that situation? We're going to have a laydown angle, though, on the opposite side of the door. It's going to be Bean making his way back downtown towards the deployable shield that Mute is holding right now. He does do it. So it is still a 5v5 with a minute to go, and this is exactly where you want to be as the defenders. You're holding down the map, you're not giving control, and there's still a lot of time left in the round. And another nade burn.
Oh my god,
okay,
yeah, Jordy playing a very dangerous game right now, and he'll get lit up. Oh, what? Oh, Teku! He found the kill, I believe, and Rapid's gonna finish him off. Jordy now following suit as well. Wow, that was very shocking indeed, but now just 40-ish seconds on the clock. Oh, Teku! What an amazing frag onto Zogu now, making it a 5-on-2, and now just a 5-on-1. Teku finds his second from the exact same angle, and now it's just up to Jerry, left in the middle of Cigar Shop. He'll pick up 1 onto Teku, but he has to find 4 more in such a very short amount of time. He doesn't even have Carrier in his back pocket. This does not look to be winnable. He could possibly win that gunfight against Raptor with that 80 bullet Alda. Quite a menace in most gun situations, but I think Jerry's instead just going to try to save the KD, as it's really hopeless here for Reven. I think we're going to see Legion pick up their next round win, and there we go. Raptor prematurely finishing off that 9th round and now making it 5-on-4. Just a constant game of tug-of-war between these two teams.
Beautifully done, Legion. Very, very well done.
Wow.
You adapted perfectly in that round. Exactly what you needed to see in order to get that win. It brings it back because that could have been match point. That could have been match point, and that would have been very, very bad for Legion because it would have been 6-3. You have to win 3 straight in order just to go to overtime, and then you're playing 3 more, potentially 3 more rounds after that. So you get very tired on just map number 1. But still, great job. We do see the gridlock come out yet again. Thank you, my friends listening. They're stream sniping me apparently. They are,
Yeah.
or just reading my mind. I don't know what it is, but good job.
Defenders,
You need
protect
that
your
good flank
bombs
watch,
from
and
being defused
when you
by
look at it,
attackers.
compare the two. Right. I'm gonna throw this up. You put your own comments on after this one too, here, fellow. But Nomad, only 3 air jabs. Okay, they do make some sound when they go off, but it's only a single sound cue. Gridlock, she has 3 of her little what are they called, track stingers.
Yeah.
She has 3 of those, but they spew out, I don't know exactly the count, but at least 10 little track areas. So it's a lot more destruction that needs to be done. You know, it creates a lot more sound when people have to punch or
10
shoot
seconds
those
left
than
before
just a
insertion.
single air jab charge going off. And it creates a greater area of
5
effect
seconds
as
left.
well. So what do you think? I like Gridlock a little bit more, but
Attackers' objective is to
obviously
locate a bomb and
your
defuse it.
impressions.
It's definitely more personal preference, I'd like to say. You literally just mentioned that. I think Gridlock can be used a lot more effectively in those post plants, especially because you have a very long-ranged reticle with a very low recoil weapon, kind of the same as Nomad, but a little bit differently implemented. Also, those smoke grenades, really good example. You can either burn out ADSs or, like I said about that post plant, use it to cover down that diffuser. So I think she's better in certain situations rather than Nomad, but I think they're both slightly unique in their own different way. But either or, you're going to have to pretty much use a whole C4 or a whole impact grenade to get rid of either or gadget. So I don't know, they're pretty much the same in a sense as well. Like I said, just personal preference in all reality. But we do appear to have Reven going for a little bit of a Maverick trick here. So far, pretty successfully, just taking their sweet time on it. They don't really have to use up a lot of it in order to get open
Bomb
that main
located by
wall.
attackers.
And once that happens, we could in fact see a very aggressive execute into this site.
It is going to be an attempt to be very aggressive, but this angle here by Bean is going to shut that down very quickly. Anybody that tries to push into prep is going to get immediately
has been
shredded
located.
by the K1A coming through the floor. And, you know, a very good point to make, too. The Maverick trick is not a glitch. We saw that glitch actually come out yesterday.
Yeah.
The team thought it was legal, but at the same time, I actually asked the Challenger League producer, Crater, and it is, in fact, banned in Pro League to do that glitch, so it's good that we're not seeing it here today. Beautiful shot coming out, though. I believe that was from after onto the smoke. Yet again, another very strong late round operator taken out all too early.
Yeah, a lot of utility wasted there. We will have Teku pick up one onto Omar's. That's going to even up the man situation, but Bean going to, in fact, add more pressure to Reven as he picks up one onto the top fragger of Higer, or High Gut, I should say, and Bean Yacht could possibly go for a second. He will land his shots. He still has the vertical control. This looks to be a very winnable round here for Legion. They have the 2-man advantage, and like I just said, they still had that vertical play in their back pocket. We still have Bean trying to contest that prep angle. Zogu going to take a lot of damage from not even too sure who, though, after trying to find one behind that little preparation half wall. But oh my god, Bean with the triple kill. It's just up to After now. He's going to have to ace, and he's not going to be able to do it. Raptor will pick him off right before that even becomes a possibility in After's little head. And that's now going to be an even scoreline, 5-5 for both teams now.
Fellow, I have a little bit of an announcement. We are making this game to go all 12 rounds. We are going to see all 12 rounds of this map. That is something that we didn't see yesterday. And I'm very excited to see it because it creates some amazing gameplay coming down the line. And maybe we'll see a 6-6. We might see that exact reverse split of what happened in the first 6 rounds, and we might go to OT. And what is Blitz doing on the roster?
Blitz.
Get out of here, especially after the shield rule. Okay, thank you. I forgot 6 picks were a thing. I was very tilted for a moment. Okay, but you know, apologies there. But yeah, listen up, everybody out there in the internet world. Blitz is a bad operator now, especially after the shield rework. He's not viable right now. I love him. He's a meme operator. If you get a kill with him, it's a
Attackers need to
celebration time.
locate
But
and defuse
don't
bombs.
ever bring him, especially in comp.
Yeah, and I think in the higher ranks, who's playing ranked in general, he's a lot easier to counter because most players know what they're doing against the blitz. Even in some instances, a Montaigne as well. So, not the best operator selection at all. And sadly, Ella will get 6 picked off as well, another wild card operator. It'll be picked on out to the Pulse, being played by Raptor. A really good operator to bring to try and deny that vertical play once Legion gets forced to work their way back down to the first, or pardon, the second floor, my mistake. I'm so used to having the very bottom floor be the basement area, not the actual first floor itself, so my mistake on that. But, like I said, great denier of that vertical play, so it's a very good selection nonetheless.
Yeah, it's one of these two maps. It's going to be Cafe and it's going to be Villa, where if you don't take a pulse when you're trying to play vertical, I don't know what's wrong with you. Pulse is just too critical. He directs intel. You know, that's something that people forget to think about. Even when his Nitro Cell is gone, he has intel. You can direct your team. You can get through the floor shots. You can tell your team where to rotate to effectively deny, you know, any sort of push. But at the same time, what he's best known for is the fact that, yo, bro, Nitro here, Nitro right here, right now. You get the kill. Get him, we get bro.
Yeah, dude guy, bro. Come on, man. Just gotta go for that C4. Yeah, that's the great point. Raptor can really help out his teammates, especially like Jordy, for example, but he's already used his C4 a little too early into that round. But it's a great point nonetheless. You know, you don't have to keep all that wall hacks to yourself in most situations. But so far, oh, Raptor, speaking of C4s, though, he could go for a massive one here. He's getting a lot of intel for himself here. I think he's going to possibly try to confirm this one, but he wants to try to wait for a second possible player. If he waits far too long, though, he might not actually get a kill from that utility. Chu, though, picking up the first round onto After. That's going to shut down Ace. He could go for a second kill here. He'll wide swing around that corner, but nope. He's going to, in fact, meet his maker there by High Gut. Now back to a 4-on-4. Almost picking up his second of his own. He'll do a little bit of damage here to Bean Yacht. And for some odd reason, he wants to recontest that angle with the UMP. That's going to allow High Gut to get another opening frag for his team. And now it's a 4-on-3, in fact, favoring Reven. But we still have that ace up the sleeve of Legion by them bringing down that pulse, like I said earlier, to possibly just try and deny that vertical play done by Reven.
Yeah, if Raptor can get even just one Nitro Cell kill here, it is going to be infinitely. Oh,
there we go.
I called it. We predicted it over here.
There we go.
He gets the kill that he needed. That's a 3v3, and all the attackers are now still relegated to that top floor, which is still a good thing on this site. I mean, a lot of vertical play is required to offset the defense, but 3v3 is a lot more palatable here. And you were talking about an ace up Reven's sleeve. There's no ace anymore. He's been killed at the very beginning of the round, and look at that. We lose the mute to a very unfortunate headshot there. He was just he was doing a little bit of a spinorama in the laundry closet. Don't quite know what was going on there. Habana loses some HP too. The pulse plant is going down though by the 0. He's going to be getting smoked out. Yes, it is. And as oh, is he going to go down?
No.
He does. That's unfortunate. Man down. That is going to be a double kill from Teku. He gets one smoke kill. Excuse me, no, actually he got both of them from the SMG-11, but he did down somebody with the smokes, which is not something you get to see every day. And is the SMG-11 going to be enough here to kill the Hibana? It's two very good guns up against each other.
He's got to get the kill. There's not enough time. No, Legion.
That was unfortunate. I think the Hibana thought he was baiting the defuse. But, wow. Pros don't fake, I guess.
I was just about to say that. You're absolutely right. Pros never fake. Great job there by Legion. Perfect cover done by Teku. That's going to allow them to now be in the situation to have match point on their side. And I don't know if I said it the wrong way earlier. I tried to say ace up the sleeve of Legion. Like the C4 was kind of the ace. It was like a little trick. It was a surprise. Not referencing the actual operator of ace. So if I did say Reverend, I'm deeply sorry. But we are now looking down that gun barrel of match point, and this could be the possible last site. This is, in fact, Bar and Cocktail, which is probably one of the better sites to go as a defender. So if that says anything, we might, in fact, have Legion take map number 1, but I still have high hopes for Reven. Like I said earlier, it's been a constant game of tug and war between these two teams. We might, in fact, see overtime like Rigel mentioned a couple of moments ago.
All right. Well, Reven.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Man, I honestly don't know what to say at this point. Reven, you've gotta get the frags here. You have to get the opening kill. You have to come back. You have to get your momentum. I mean, that's 2 rounds in a row, I believe, that they've just unfortunately had to lose. But they have it in them. I know they have it in them. Higet is just absolutely gunning people. I think he's going to probably get to 20 in this game, especially if we go to overtime. And then we have some pretty solid support players as well on their roster. I think the big detriment that they ran into is the fact that After was the opening kill onto their side. Losing the ace that early. He's your diffuser carrier for the most part of the time. He also has all those hard breach charges. He's probably relegated to drones a lot as well. It's a big detriment.
Yeah, only having Jerry and the Habana to work with for hard destruction, not the best thing. It isn't the worst on the middle floor site there of Reading Room, but having those Selmas to possibly cover that post plant could have been a lot more helpful than just, you know, Jerry with his Exyrus charges, which are much smaller in most situations. But again, already starting things off pretty standard here for Reven, as we do see that top-down take again. Nothing really much else to discuss at the moment. Just Omar trying to go for some pre-fires at the moment, and there we go. And oh, Higut actually gonna pick up the first opening frag.
Oh,
narrowly missing there for the second, but he'll immediately get shut down by Bean Yacht. And there we go, 4-4 situation now, even man scenario with about 1:50 left on the clock, or 1:55 now.
You know what? With the top striker off the board, it's looking pretty favorable for Legion to take it here, but I almost kind of want it to go to overtime, because then we'll have a battle of 2 players trying to get to 21st. Is it going to be Bean or is it going to be High? That would be a sight to see here. We've got another person. I don't know. They've actually made it into minibar right now. They're going to be contesting this Jaeger here. He's kind of stuck in the corner, and he gets fried. Goodbye, sir. Zofia says no more for you in this one, potentially. And now it's going to be a 3v4 relegated here for Legion. You've got 2 really solid, or actually, excuse me, 3 really solid anchors here. You've got your Smoke with all 3 charges left. You've got the Mute with the Nitro cell left. Amazing guns. And you've got the Maestro with the Italian Buzzsaw. So, oh, speaking of, bye-bye Zofia. Oh, Teku!
That Buzzsaw get used to work there, and Teku finding a very important refrag, now a 2-on-2. There's only about a minute left on the clock, and with one of the 2 players still being on the roof, this could be a very winnable round for Legion, but there's more than enough time for that red drop to occur. And there we go, Zogu gonna finally drop down. Those Toxic Babes now gonna follow up as well. Teku only having 1 left in his back pocket, but he's gonna have to get pushed out here, as he does have a very great sightline here into that possible default plant position. Raptor gonna narrowly evade some damage there by Zogu, just getting shot right there through that wall. And oh no, no situational awareness there for Gridlock, but it's an immediate trade by After. Now just a 1v1. He's aware of Raptor's position. He could go for a possible frag, as I don't think he'll be able to go for that plan, as Raptor is literally watching it like a hawk awaiting to swoop upon his prey. And there we go, the plant goes down. He has no clue though. It will get taken off though at the very last second though. I don't know why After got off it, but it doesn't really matter as he swings around and still shuts down Raptor regardless. And there we go, Nigel, or Rigel, sorry, you will be correct. We are in fact going to overtime, so we could see a 20 kill game by either the 2 players of Higut or Bean Yacht.
I'm not gonna say I told you so.
But
yeah, we're going to overtime. Also, for everyone out there, it is Rigel. It is not Wriggle.
Yeah.
It is Rigel.
Yep, it's Rigel.
And
not Nigel.
And I'm not making fun of you, fellow. I'm just actually pointing that out for everyone that's in the chat.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you guys. Also, hi Ferme. You know, shout out for me. Hi Ferme.
Yep.
But it is Rigel. So please, for future reference. But Nigel is fun. I think he was a character on the Thornberries or the Wild Thornberries way back in the day. If anybody remembers that show, or maybe I'm just old as hell. Please, Jenna, somebody. Jenna, I know you can hear me.
I've heard of it before. I don't remember.
I'm not alone.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. All right, here we are. Defensive start here for Legion, and that's exactly what they wanted. The way SFCL works is that the overtime is randomized, so it is a shortened overtime, or not shortened, excuse me, limited overtime, I should say. Means it will only go to a maximum of 3 rounds, so the first person to get to a score of 8 will win, and it will not go any longer than 3 rounds. and it is randomized. So Legion got the luck of the draw.
5
They get
seconds
to go
left
back on
before
their
insertion.
insane defensive side.
Yeah, and I am glad that I didn't
Objective is
mess
to
up your
locate a
name
bomb and
only for the
defuse it.
Nigel part. I've been saying Rigel. I think I have in at least every time.
You
I
have.
want
You,
Nigel.
you,
So
you've
that's
been
good,
you've
yeah.
been solid on it. So.
I've been trying to get better on my names again. You know, thank you for mentioning that as well. I've been taking that to heart. But yeah, Legion definitely got the longer end of the stick here, as they do get to be on defense for 2 out of these 3 rounds. So they might have a slightly better chance of actually winning this first map. But already though, Reven has worked their way in towards Bakery. There is no defensive hold here being done by Legion. I don't know if they're doing the exact same vertical play strategies that they were doing earlier, having Bean Yacht holding down preparation room. He might be actually getting ready to set that up right now, as the impact grenades will in fact go out right this very instance. And another one to go out as well for another possible later round sightline. This possible middle game that could come out here by Legion already looks to be pretty great.
Oh no. What, Reven, you've got the top. Why are you not clearing top floor?
Yeah, I don't.
This is what killed you last time.
Bomb
This is
located
what
by
killed you in
attackers.
the last time that you tried to push this site. Why? But hopefully they'll be able to account for it. Hopefully they won't forget that there's a vigil watching their every move. Oh man, I thought Zophia's about to lose it right there too. She went straight through into prep and almost lost her head. Look at this angle. That is just
so
nasty.
magnificent.
But, okay, oh, Raptor gets the first kill of the round. Captain Firebolt goes out and launches Smoke into a little bit of a frenzy right now. Captain's gonna swing, he gets fried, and there goes the diffuser. Defense has diffuser control with 1:30 left to go in the round. What is going on? Oh, okay, Jerry's going on.
Yeah, immediate refrax. Again, Legion will come out on top as Jordy picks up his second kill on the round. Jerry, though, gonna immediately clap back, finding his own double kill now onto Jordy. It's just up to Teku and Bean Yacht, and I don't think either one of those operators are in the middle of sight. Teku now
Attackers
trying
recover
to
the
come
diffuser.
back from VIP corridor as the plant will in fact go down. I don't know if Bean Yacht can actually cover it from above. He so far has not been able to. One shot will land onto Jerry, but it will not shut him down. Jerry now being able to possibly reposition near that preparation window. This is looking to be a little bit of a better situation here for
Attackers
Reven,
activating
but
diffuser.
in that 2-on-2 and not having much intel on these last 2 defenders, we could still have Legion come out on top. 35 seconds roughly now in fact 35. High Gut picking up 1, and Jerry to find the 3rd of the round. It's gonna be a comeback by Reven, and now they have the round lead yet again. 7-6 overtime, match point.
This is definitely not the Jerry from Earth Dimension C-137. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, this man is out of this world. He's from another planet entirely. He's going crazy in that round. And also, if we could show the scoreboard really quick, Illusion, if you wouldn't mind, my friend, hit that tab key. We'll wait for it to catch up a little bit. He's listening.
he's in
He's
the
listening.
future.
I hope. We'll,
yeah, no,
we'll see it
yeah.
eventually. We still have time. But Hygen has got 20 kills. There it is. It popped
Oh
up.
my
He's got
god,
20.
beautiful.
Man went he's going nuts. So well done to you. And Reven pulled back the round from what I thought was surely going to be a defensive win, and that might have just solidified their victory here. If they can pull this defensive
Defenders,
side,
protect
this is
your
their
bombs
only
from being
defensive
defused
round.
by
If they win this, it's game over. So very, very well done.
Yeah, and they have the exact same lineup that they brought round number 1, and I think Reven ended up winning that when they were defending. It was very difficult for Legion
Attackers have located
to
a bomb.
just try to flush out the Goyo shields, the KDSs, the Castle Barricades. Just far too much utility dump being done by Reven at the moment. So if we have history of repeat itself from that first round, then we could have Reven possibly win the first map. But I've been wrong on some of
10
my
seconds
predictions
to
a
go.
couple of times now, as Legion did not win that previous round, and I was really rooting for him
5
there.
seconds.
Especially since Reven, for some reason, did not want to go on that vertical play, even though it was so
Attackers heading out
strong
to defuse a bomb.
against them when they attacked it the first time. So I've been just surprised left and right here on this first map series.
So, fellow, I hate to have to tell you here, man, but this has been a competition the whole time. It's been me versus you.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Who's going to get a better prediction
Oh,
rating.
no.
And if we're going off the history here, my SCS prediction rating is a 70% over the entirety of since Ferme started tracking that. I don't remember when. So, yeah. So keep that in mind, my friend. But here we are, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in this second overtime round right now. Legion down by a point, but they're playing fairly aggressive right now. They're starting to open up a lot of these angles very quickly. A lot of the castle barricades already getting broken in critical areas like that white window. So we're going to have to be careful for Zugu. And he's actually going to get naded slightly. Not enough to kill him, but that is quite a lot of HP lost. And I think a shield just got destroyed there as well. Not going to be able to see that to confirm Omar's. He is in cigar shop, so I think it's appropriate to say that he is smoking right now in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better take over after that one. That was an awful joke.
Oh no, I didn't mean your joke. I honestly that went right over my head. I was just waiting for that C4 toss, and that was just far too early. So don't sweat it, man. But hey, I also want to mention too, you're not gonna get away with this. You also predicted that Legion would win that last round, so don't be acting all high and mighty in here, okay?
We didn't hear a thing. We didn't hear exactly. Yeah,
you're right. But let's get back into the round here. About a minute 25 roughly on the clock, or soon to be. There we go. Finally, a minute 25. And we're finally slowly seeing Legion take control of Cigar, but High Gut still has that really strong grip against them right now.
You're looking at Sophia!
As more and more time I think he just literally missed Sophia right there. And it's going to make him pay the price. Chu just immediately picks up that kill onto High Gut. Wow, how did he miss that player? I'm baffled by the lack of sight line there by Jaeger. Oh, alright, yeah, I'm speechless. You take it away, Rigel.
His head the whole time. I don't know if that was an FOB issue because it was at the corner of the screen. What? I'm sad. I'm actually sad now. Oh, but After is going to get a little bit of payback onto Raptor. So that's the gridlock gone very early in the round. Not that critical of a late round operator, so not too concerned that I do. Oh! Chu gets the revenge though. What? Where did he come from? He's in the bathroom now. He's getting a triple kill. We got Goyo going for the swing, but Chu is actually going to die to the smoke. Somebody's on Heaven and gets the frag there. That's Taku. Omar's gets another frag. Jerry, though, finding a beautiful headshot onto Jordy. Is down to 2 versus 1. Very low HP for the Goyo. He's going to get swung here, and he's going to get killed. And Legion, we're going to the final round. Max OT on this first map of Cafe.
Yep, it doesn't matter anymore. Someone's going to come out as a victor, as there is no infinite overtime, which was mentioned by Rigel early on yet again. So, I hope not to be wrong for a second time here, but Cafe tends to be a little bit more defender-sided, so Legion could come out on top. But we've been surprised a lot of different occasions here already on map number 1. But one thing that didn't really shock me is that we are in fact seeing Bar and Cocktail. That Mute and Mozzie combination will come through again. And also the Maestro, Jaeger, and Smoke, which we have seen, I think, almost every single round, essentially. Maybe not all 3 combined, but one or the other every single round here.
Yeah, the only change, you bring up a really good point, the only change that we noticed was that the Mute was actually Cade at one point in time, but that was for the very first iteration of Bar Cocktail. Which is important to note. Because if you're looking at Reven's side of things, they've seen this strategy at least 3 times now. You should be able to adapt to it. Your IGL should be calling shots as long as Legion doesn't do anything crazy. We should potentially be seeing an attacker-sided win here, and I'm about to cast or curse the entire thing, and Legion's about to win the map. I just know it. But Reven, you should see what's coming. It looks like it's the exact same setup yet again. I could be wrong about that because I can't see where everything is going down, but it does seem to me to be the same strategy.
Yeah, one interesting thing though, the LMG on Capitao, I don't know what your personal preference is, Rigel, but I'm more of a para guy myself. The LMG is an absolute blast to use, but that reload is just, it's so annoying and so long to deal with. I absolutely hate it, but Capitao in general is a great pick. He gives off, he can be a little bit of a choke point kind of holder. He can kind of, push the defenders back a little bit. He can allow for possible smoke to occur with his secondary, or not his secondary, but his second part of his primary gadget. And also that secondary hard breach could be a little bit nifty as well. He could possibly just go right for that red wall, or go for one of the bar walls, go for that default plant that I mentioned just a moment ago. So a great pick nonetheless.
I love what you're saying about the Capitao. It is way too true. Capitao has really evolved recently into such a well-rounded operator. His kit is very strong. He's got very strong secondary gadgets, and his primary gadget is enough to flush out these very, very strong defensive positions, especially with the Wamai ban like we're seeing in this one. And it looks like that LMG is going to open up Sing a little bit and light up the other LMG-wielding defender. There goes the kit as well. He's going to be burned even more, the Italian man. Looks like he's trying to cook his spaghetti, but it is not going to result in anything just yet. But yeah, like as I was saying, that's why we see Capitao banned so much in Pro League. Is he is just such a well-rounded operator. He is enough to dismantle defenses single-handedly sometimes, and that's exactly what we almost saw there with the Maestro kill, or almost kill, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah, potato, the exact same thing. I think chat knows what's going on, but Jerry gonna waste a drone there as he did try to get that main wall opened up, and it will be a little bit of side shuck as well, so I'm gonna have to use that 2 sets of XRSs as well. But finally, they'll try to make their way in towards Cigar. Bean Yacht narrowly missing his shots there, and oh, he's gonna peek right into the unloving arms of Hyga, now going 21 and 10, a 2.1 KDR, very impressive indeed, as now Cigar Lounge has been taken control of by Reven. This is looking to be a little bit of a better round for them. I think that caster curse might have occurred, unless I just double jinxed it possibly, but there is still about 1:05 on the clock, so really anything can happen, especially with Teku holding close here with that double, or that Mossberg shoddy there, pump action, and Jordy not too far behind him as well. Toxic Babes will in fact go out, none seeming to do that much damage though onto Reven. Only damage has been dealt to is by Reven onto Legion, as Jerry now picks up a kill onto Teku. This might be over here, folks. I don't know what else Legion can really do here, Rigel, especially now that Jordy just got taken down. 1 kill will come out by Chew, but it's only a Nitro Cell kill, and Hygut finding his second. It's just up to Raptor. He'll find one, but he can't find a second onto After, and there we finally have it. A very awesome, or spectacular, not awesome, it's a little odd word to say there, a spectacular opening map done by Reven as they take that victory, hard-fought victory indeed, 8-7 endpoint. Wow, that was very close.
That was one of the best maps that I've watched in T4. That it is not often that you see 2 teams that well matched against each other, to come out on top. With just a single round margin like that. Phenomenal play. I'm excited to see the remainder of the maps, and I think map 2 coming up is going to be Consulate. So that makes me even more excited about what we're going to be seeing up next. But yet again, Reven winning 8-7 on Cafe. I don't know how that's going to affect Legion going into map 2. They played very well, but still losing a map after that long, it could chalk your mental a little bit. So we're going to have to see how they react to it. But then again, that's going to be coming up here. So we're going to give it just a few minutes for a slight break, rest our voices, get some water, give the players a little bit of time as well. And we'll be right back with you with map number 2.
Yep, see you guys. Did she just stop talking too, Rigel, or?
No, yeah, no, you're good. That's the production countdown is when you don't say the last 3 seconds of the countdown. But hi, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back. Magnificent opening round winner, or map win, I should say, by Reven. Are we on air? I don't know. That
we,
literally
we
caught me
are
off guard.
we are. I'm
That
just laughing
really,
because
I'm sorry. That
Jenna
NA
was
production.
counting. Jenna was
Yeah,
counting with
I'm
a
like,
country accent, and I've never heard her
I,
talk like that.
and then just went silent. I'm like, did she start lagging? What happened there? That
Oh my
caught me
god.
off guard so hard
We're
there.
good.
That's another
We're
time
good.
now.
I'll tell
Uh,
you what though, I'm also physically sick to my stomach because I was scrolling through the Twitter timeline and Leon Gids posted this video of this Logitech keyboard, and it is stuffed filled with like hair and crumbs and all this nasty stuff, and he's pulling it out of the keyboard like in a big strip, and I'm like, ugh. It is maddening to look at. So yeah. Okay. I for your own sanity, Jenna, I recommend that you do not and go about your day. But Jackal, hi. We won't be seeing you this one.
Nope. We, in fact, will not be seeing a Jackal. It makes a lot of sense, though. Roaming is a pretty strong point here on Consulate. Nomad also going to get banned. That ban makes a lot of sense as well. She's used a lot to try and deny runouts, especially for the double window there on Council. But again, she's also a great flank watch. So Legion is going to have to resort to that gridlock yet again. Well, Mai going to get banned as well? Yeah, I'm quite surprised. Legion just picked the literal exact same operators yet again. But they're both great operators to ban, so it doesn't really surprise me. And both the Spaniards will be now taken off the board, as well as Mira will get banned on top of the Jackal as well. But what are your thoughts so far on the bans, Rigel?
I was about to make a stupid comment and say that, wow, both of the Spaniards are banned on the Spanish map, but then I realized, no, this is a consulate in Africa. It's a French consulate in Africa. It has nothing to do with Spain, and, I deserve to be
Yeah.
muted for the remainder of the stream. But, yeah, so that's my only thought at the moment. Okay, never mind. I just got another one. We're going to second floor. Why? Second floor is not a good defender site anymore. It is, if you look at Pro League statistics, if you look at SCS statistics, very low win rate for defense on second floor, just because it is, as Chief, one of my good friends, Chief, he's the lead caster at SCS as well. He would say that there's not enough buffer rooms on that site, mainly because you can walk into admin and then basically have direct access to the site. For the most part, there's a little bit of a split there at the
Defenders,
top of
protect your
Visa
bombs from
stairs,
being
but for the
defused by
most part,
attackers.
that's true, and it makes it very difficult to hold sometimes.
Yeah, I believe that you're right there. Council is kind of been swept under the rug here. It's not one of the stronger sites on Consulate, my mistake. Yeah, because we didn't see Garage first and foremost, or if anything, at least in Archives and Teller's defense. But the variation here for the top floor does look pretty standard. Nothing really too much to discuss. Rotational holes will be now made between sites, or connector and council site. And also a rotational hole near admin side as well. So that could possibly allow people like
5 seconds
Omar's
to
to get a better angle, maybe in towards Printer and then push his way outward. That could
Attackers
really
must
come in
locate and defuse the
handy
bomb.
later into the rounds, but that's odd. None of the back walls were reinforced either. That could lead to a very early on rush done by Legion possibly, but who knows? Who knows? Not a
Back walls
fortune
of
teller.
where exactly? The ones in
The triple wall. The triple wall near actual council. You know, like the two ones. Those ones normally don't get reinforced, but the singular, very tiny wall. That's,
yeah.
Oh, that's completely opened up. Okay. All right.
What?
Okay.
I'm gonna have a stroke, man.
My head hurts. My head
Yeah.
hurts. Okay.
A bomb has
Do
been
you
located.
want to? Do you want to go? or are
I'm
you just
good. I'm
wondering?
good. We'll get there, but we're back. Oh my god, I just
Oh.
bumped my microphone. I'm sorry, stream, that you had to hear that. But here we are, round number 1. The first kill is going to be up to Hyget on the Valkyrie. He's going to find a very unaware Ashe player. That is going to be Bean. So the two top fraggers from the last map already duking out here in the first minute of this one. He's also a drone killer, apparently. And speaking of drones, Legion has very few of them left, as Ashe died with one in her pocket. Now there's only 3 available on the map. Make that 2! Goodbye, drones. Raptor coming up the yellow stairs is going to be trying to contest here with potentially this Jaeger and the Valkyrie player now near Piano, but they're just wasting so much time on this defensive roam. I take back everything that I said previously about this defensive strategy on second floor being weird. It's not. It makes a lot of sense now. We see the two defenders that are down on first floor. I think that's that hole there in that single wall is left open so that they can make a very quick rotation if need be. I think it's big brain.
Yeah. You know, Rigel, it's like what they say about those very cheesy rom-coms. It's so bad that it's good. It's been working out pretty well for Reven. I mean, a refract did finally occur there by Raptor. Great work there by him. And Chu gonna now follow suit. So maybe it's actually a rom-com that's so bad that it's bad, as now Legion has in fact reclaimed that man advantage without a minute on the clock. And Teku gonna add even more weight to the shoulders of Reven. And Jerry will be able to pick up a refract, but Raptor just mowing them down with that LMG there and that 2.X optic. It's just not going to be enough there. And there we go. Legion picking up round number 1.
Yeah, Thatcher, I think, was really, oh my, okay.
I mean, those comments, dude, yeah.
I was going to make another one, man, too. I was going to say that the Thatcher made his way into the site like a choo-choo train, dude. He was absolutely taking...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is comedy hour here, guys. Welcome to SFCL. This is a Solar Flare comedy.
Yeah, FCCL.
I don't know, man. Solar Flare comedy lounge.
Yeah.
There we go. Open a business, Tofu, if you're listening. Open a business, man. We can make a market out of this. I think it's pretty good. Oryx is in competitive play though. He's got a very I don't know. He's got a very interesting
Attackers need to locate and defuse
setup
bombs.
here. Don't quite know what the utility is going to be. I mean, he does make rotate holes, but so do a lot of other operators.
Yeah, After could just as easily make those rotation holes and cost Zogu to not lose any of his health early into the round. I don't know. I think they're just going to use Zogu as a really hard roamer, because his gadget can allow him to just kind of run through all the hatches. And yeah, Zogu already opening up most of those hatches and somehow missing that first little charge. But it's okay, he'll land the second one, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Zogu is a very versatile, he's playing a very versatile operator, which is in fact Oryx, especially on the secondary floor where there are a lot of hatches that can be opened up and just jumped right on through. And on top of that, that 1.5 T5 SMG is a really good primary weapon nonetheless.
My brain is having thoughts again, and the thoughts are about why are they reinforcing that wall of bunker?
Dude, I don't know.
Attackers have located a bomb.
But in any case, you called Oryx's ability a gadget, and I don't know if I call it a gadget so much as he is just jacked beyond all.
Yeah, just Kool-Aid Man through walls.
Okay, Highgate, get the opening frag, man. You're so good. But yeah, he Kool-Aid Man through walls. But if you look into the lore of Oryx, the reasoning why he's so jacked is he's actually a convicted. I don't remember what. I don't know what the term is, but he's from Jordan, the country Jordan, and he was in prison. So he probably got into a lot of prison fights, man. If he's able to bust through walls, can you imagine? Like, what if did he break out of prison by busting through a wall?
I have literally no clue. I don't read the lore.
I mean, that's all I know, but that would be cool.
Beats me, man. But nonetheless, he is incredibly jacked. Raptor getting very close to Oryx's position as well. Now going on that drone. This could allow for Zogu to just run right at him. High Gut finding a second kill of the round, though. There we have it. Zogu trying to find that kill, but Raptor just comes out on top somehow. I really don't know how that just happened, but okay. 4v3, though, still in the favor of Reven. Now a 4-on-2 as After picks up a very crucial kill onto Chu, and now it's just up to Jordy and Raptor. And they don't even have control of Yellow Stairwell. It's just Jordy on that double window of Council, and Raptor in a last-ditch attempt now trying to work his way up Spiral, and he'll get shut down by Omar's. So now it's just up to Jordy outside of Yellow.
Where even was Omar's, man? He just came out of nowhere. I thought it was going to be the Goyo, because I heard Jerry shooting that Vector. I thought it was going to be him getting the frag, but no, Jaeger steals the kill, I guess. Here we go, Thermite. He's peeking somebody. Shoots a shoulder. Not going to be enough, though, but he is going to lose 25 points of damage, at least to the Valkyrie. What's up?
No, never mind. Both me and Jordy thought that was a head, but we're both just incredibly, incredibly
Oh,
wrong
come
on
on.
that statement.
Somebody win
but-
this gunfight.
Yeah, Jordy landing another shot on a high good as he does reattempt to peek Thermite, but it's not going to be a kill. I don't even know what that was. It just got thrown out. I would hope that it wasn't a black eye camera holding onto it in the last 20 seconds of the round, but hey, anything goes in a game of Rainbow, but I'm pretty sure at this point Jordy is just kill saving at this point, even though he is 0-0. He's just waiting for someone on Reven to just overextend and peek him so he can find a pretty easy frag. And yeah, as the time dwindles down to about 5 seconds, he doesn't know there's one player behind on yellow, though. I think he still can get killed, and yep, Omar's gonna punish Jordy for just sitting outside. It's still gonna be a round win for Reven as they now bring the scoreline. I think, no, it's 1-1 now, as the first round win was in fact in favor of Legion.
Nope.
Hey, they win top 4 finally.
I believe it's 2-0.
1-1.
Wait,
no,
what?
it's 1-1.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd that
Remember
come from?
the M4?
Oh yeah, you're right. The
M2?
choo-choo
yeah,
train.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, my shitty joke.
yeah.
Pardon my language. I don't know if I can say that on this one.
Whoa!
Oh, we're gonna ignore that. Sorry. Okay, but don't worry, guys. You won't lose your affiliate. I've had Crow say the F word on my stream so many times. Crow, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt that you are. Yeah. You know what you did.
I mean, professionals have standards, Rigel. How could you say such a
Attackers
thing?
need to locate.
I slipped.
I'm only,
I honestly
a
slipped.
chump. Yeah. Finally, though, now that the
located a
top
bomb.
floor has been a win by Reven, we can now see them go a much more conventional site. That's going to be the basement floor. A very unorthodox thing, though. They don't have any wall denial. That might just be because there's a Thatcher on the board and they don't feel confident Cade or Bandit tricking against a Thatcher. But, I mean, hey, you might as well attempt it. Maybe bring a mute just so you can get some rotational holes made and also still have something for the main wall. I'm a little shocked as to why they don't have anything for that main wall in the garage.
Fellow, you're about to be very scared, man. My brain is going, okay? And you know what that means.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
say
think both
something
our
really
brains are
stupid.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
They have Hygen, and that is all the wall denial that they need because he's gotten every single opening frag in this game. If he could just quick peek Jordy on the Thermite, bye-bye hard breach denial effective, you know? So, I don't know, man. Is Vigil being a hard breach denial operator for today? Just sheerly because he can peek, but no, I'm just kidding in any case. But is he gonna get killed by the sledge?
He's so close, and yeah, there we go.
Good night, my friend.
Are you synced up with the stream?
I might be. I'm synced up with what's happening on OBS, so you might be like a second operator on your end. So I'm gonna have Fellow check his connection.
I'm all good now. Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay, we're good. We're all set there.
I don't know why. A little off.
YouTube just likes screwing over casters sometimes. I think that is the reason behind that. But in any case, it is a 4v4. So Hygood is dead. Teku's dead. So it looks like a little bit of revenge being paid out by the team Reven here. Lucy going to be taking a gunfight potentially as well. Lost about 50% of her HP. And Jaeger is making a push all the way across the top floor to contest some random attacker that I can't even see at the moment. But Bean, though... Okay, that's the attacker he was contesting. Bean goes down to the Jaeger. Jerry is going to get a kill with the Aldo. Where even is Jerry, man? Is he running? What is going on?
I have absolutely zero clue. All I know is that After was able to down but not out Chu, now making essentially a one-on-one. It's just up to Raptor as now Chu finally gets finished off. He'll wide swing around Yellow Stairwell, but not going to be able to pick up that first pick for himself. He's aware that there is someone between both pipes and Yellow Stairwells. That's going to be After on the smoke. But he has not been able to get a proper sight line onto him just yet, along with Omar's playing behind that white van, doing a little bit of a jumping sequence there, a little bit awkward, but that's all right. Now 50 seconds on the clock, more than enough time here for Raptor to clutch this one out, and he's going to do the very smart play here of going on that drone to spot out either Omar or After, which could help him possibly pick up these two very crucial kills.
Ooh, we spotted both.
Yep, I think he knows exactly what to do here. The tracks will now come out as well. Raptor just in a perfect position here to clutch this. The Lucy will catch him off, though. Could provide some possible intel, but I don't know if After was able to hear it. He will spawn him out, though, behind that shield, but the rotate hole... Oh, my God! Raptor He just somehow clutches it. I think my microphone just cut out there. That was very awkward, but a great clutch by Raptor in that 1v2, and he's going to do a little dance of victory there. What a great comeback there by Legion, as it's now 2-1 back in their favor.
Fellow, you got your point across, man. I could hear it on my end, so I could hear you like screaming with joy that he got that clutch. I was right there with you. Big brain play. If I was gonna say something, it was gonna be that Raptor should use his gridlock charges to be that sound denial or flush somebody out, and that's exactly what he did. He baited the smoke with it a little bit. Jaeger turned his attention away to help his buddy out and get rid of those charges, and then he just walked in and shredded people. So exactly what you need to do in a 1v2 clutch scenario. And somebody please clip that for the man. He deserves that. Everybody should be hitting him up in the DMs later, like, yo, bro, here's your nutty clip.
Nice job, man. Yeah, good.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Hey,
being
dude,
defused by
well played.
attackers.
Well played in SFCL last night.
You probably wouldn't call that little shotgun hole there a rotation hole, but it's just what came to mind. It was more or less like a kill hole, I guess you could call it. But it really did, it was just a slap in the face there for After. It pretty much just got him killed in that process. If he was able just to sit behind that deployable shield, that could have possibly been around for Reven, as I don't think Raptor really would have been able to possibly clutch that situation out if that was the case. But we'll see a return back to the basement floor here of Cafeteria and Garage. And now they finally have something for the main wall. It's going to be Jerry on the Kaid. Surprisingly, no 1.5 times optics, so he might not be able to hold as long of angles as he would want to, but he still has that AUG, so the very minimal recoil could still allow for him to get some really nice sightlines nonetheless, but a little bit more difficult. And oh no.
That's not quite the
He messed up the Kaid trick.
Okay, so for all you aspiring comp players in the chat, I'm gonna explain what Cade needs to do on the basement floor. Okay, there's an indestructible electro claw spot at the top left corner of the triple wall that you can put your electro claw to prevent them from getting that left side claw gone. So that wall, that is the one that you typically run through to get the default plant, will forever stay closed. There's nothing that you can do except shoot that claw from inside and looking straight up. The other claw doesn't really matter for the right side walls. And look at that, Jerry had to use a second claw completely for that left side wall, and now Thermite's going to be able to get a charge open, and with 2 minutes still left to go. So yeah, Jerry, you've been a phenomenal player. I'm not going to criticize you too much, but just double check on that Kai trick. It's very effective, and you can use it in a lot of scenarios. Here goes Ash, though, chasing after the Mozzie. Mozzie fleeing for his life, screaming down the yellow stairs. But it is Higet, so if I know him, he's going to try and take this gunfight at some point or another.
You know, you could have summed up that reasoning for Jordy getting open that wall with relative ease, not because of the Kaid, but because Higet is not on the Vigil. You know, Vigil is he's such a just hard breach denial operator. I don't know why he didn't bring it for a second time. But speaking of Higet, he will get spotted out there by Teku with his Yana hologram, forcing him to reposition just a minor bit. Some soft destruction will go out though by Ash and by Teku trying to shoot open that hatch. Omar's gonna take some damage though, but Zogu, in fact, out of all players that I've mentioned, he'll be the first one to pick up a kill onto Raptor. Another player who I didn't even think I'd mention. Yeah, he killed Raptor, the Gridlock player, who has been so important to most of these rounds. After gonna find one onto Jordy, that's the hard breacher gone. I'm not too sure if they were able to get open the side of the wall for the default plant. Higet gonna deal a little bit of damage, and finally finishing up Chewer. No, was Omar's, and it's just an ocean of blue, as it's a flawless round here for Reven. All of them picking up kills of their own, or not all of them, as Zogu found 2, but pretty much everyone finding kills of their own. Great work by them. Indeed. Wow. Okay.
We almost had a community round where everybody got that kill, like you mentioned. Jerry, I think, was the only one that got left out, but I don't blame him. Everyone was just eating up that entire time. And what do we see right now? It's a 2-2 scoreline, but fellow, this is consulate. If anything, this is an attacker-sided map. So already, they've guaranteed themselves at least the 4-2 attacker split on their defensive side, which is pretty strong to begin with. I mean, if you can secure 2 defenses. So will they get 3? Will they get the advantage? Will they take home the win for today? We will find out very shortly. But Legion putting up a good fight.
I think we'll probably see a 3-3 split. I think it's probably the most 50-50 sided map in all of Rainbow, at least in the competitive scene. It's not very attacker sided, but it's also not very defender sided. I definitely have a very odd opinion on this map, but yeah, like I said, I think we'll see a 3-3 split. It's been a constant back and forth between Reven and Legion, and now we're heading back to Council and also Projector Room, or Meeting Room as it is called in the default callout. I'm really shocked that we have not seen any plays on Archive yet, or even Lobby. Lobby's not the best site, but I think some people would prefer it over Council. What do you think, Rigel?
I am so sorry. I was watching the hell that was Twitch chat. What map were you comparing this one to?
Do you prefer Lobby over Council or vice versa? What do you think is like a
I do prefer Lobby just because I think there's a lot more versatility. You can deny a lot of attacker presence simply by playing the top floor and slowly falling back and allowing, you know, the attackers to fall into your groups a little bit more, whereas on top floor, you know, you're going to push top floor, and that's going to be it. There's not a whole lot of variation. There's not a whole lot of options for the defense to do besides maybe playing with a nitro cell below. Whereas, you know, if they take that first floor lobby site, they can still hold above, but it gives you a lot more time denial options because the site is still below you.
Yeah, very big throw there by Raptor, and oh, what a beautiful shot by Omars. He'll claim the head of Chu, and that's going to be the opening pick here for Reven, shutting down that Thatcher player. And I don't think it's going to really matter, though, as there aren't that many walls that Jordy can open up on this top floor site, but a great opening kill nonetheless. Tech is going to find one along with Zogu and Raptor. It's just a back and forth here, almost like a game of tug of war. I know I've mentioned that quote there a couple of times, and I'll reference it yet again. So now back to that 3-on-3 with a minute 40 on the clock. Really any team's game right now.
I would say I have to agree with you on that
Attackers
one,
have dropped the
fellow.
bomb diffuser.
You know, last map I think we were at odds a little bit of who was going to win. You know, it was all friendly banter, but a little bit at odds. But this one I would have to say, yeah, it is too even to call. Okay, I guess you know, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Fellow's a bully.
Hell yeah.
But Jaeger decided to take the gun bomb. Holographic versus, I don't even know who the heck he's contesting, so I can't really tell you that. Oh, it looks like it was the Ash. So Ash and Jaeger, the common wombo combo for fast and hard operators going at each other right now. Thermite's opening something, and it's going to be that top Visa wall, so he's going to open up that long angle, and Malusi's really playing on an island right now. Not very good for her, but if nobody drones her out, then this could be pretty decent for Reven, because somebody might try and get a little bit of a cheeky plant.
Yeah, Zogu in a rock in a hard space right now. He's basically just trapped behind that Vulcan shield. Nothing much he can do, as there is now a player on that double window of projector slash meeting room. Stop destruction will occur, and now Malusi's going to try to reposition just a tad bit and somehow makes it to the back of Long Desk and somehow finding a kill. What?
Oh,
I thought she
man.
was fully stunned. She'll claim the body of Raptor. I
thought so too, but that was
happened.
Ash. We swapped to Ash, and Ash was full flash. And so yeah, I don't quite know what happened to Bean. Okay, he's back to hitting and, a little bit of a slow start, but he's getting it done. He gets the double kill. It's now a 1v1 with third.
Oh my God, Bean!
Oh my God, Bean! With the pistol! He wasted a mag on the Malusi, he still got the kill, was able to reload and take the smoke, who has a shotgun!
What a clutch by Bean. If there's anyone to give MVP to other than Hygut, of course, it's gotta be Bean Yacht as a strong second. What a clutch. Finding, I think it was 3, if not 4 kills. No, I believe it was 3. Zogu had 3 of his own, though. Wow, yeah, it was 3. He only has 3 kills, so that would... The math adds up, guys. Trust me, I would know. But how did he get away with that win? The shotgun, in theory, should be way stronger than a pistol in close quarters combat. I
don't even think he got a shotgun shot off, and if he did,
I don't think he did.
It was in East Siberia he was aiming at.
Defenders,
if that was the
protect your
case, but
bombs
I didn't
from
hear the
being
boom.
defused by attackers.
So it was just so quick. Ash was able to get the reload. There's these things if you're into competition shooting, if you've ever, you know, with like any sort of weapon, they have competition shooting where you have to, you know, speed reload and do all these sort of things. Ash should enter. Shoot win. First one.
Fastest gunslinger in all of R6 apparently. She just picked up 3 kills next to that double window of projector, and Reven now gonna go top 4 for the 3rd time. I really don't know why they did not want to go bottom floor a single time. Maybe it was because they don't have their strat book opened up to Teller's Archives. Maybe they're still stuck in the past, thinking that Teller's and Archives is just not a playable objective room, nor lobby. It really beats me. I'm completely flabbergasted as to why they just love going council so many times when their record on the 2nd floor is negative, with them only winning 1 out of the 3 rounds played on that part of the map, or on that site, I should say.
Yeah, very true, fellow. I think Legion is honestly just smoking that 2nd floor pack. They're up there getting their kills, getting their frags, and we're about to see I thought whoever that was inside the building, but no, the outline was outside double door. Are they inside the building? What is going on down there in okay, I was very confused. I don't know what was going on, but we figured it out. Valkyrie's got a cam outside. Looks like there's potentially a jump out going on in the near future, and Nomad is not in play, and there's the jump out, but no kill is yielded. So that's why Nomad is either imperative to be played on this map or is an insta-ban, because Nomad is the only operator that can effectively prevent those runouts. And another good point is, why is Valkyrie allowed right now? That is a huge defender advantage, but it looks like Legion, doesn't need that off the board. They're still winning either way. Bullet hole angle here from Jerry. What do you think's going to happen here, fellow? We looking at?
I think Zogu's going to take a lot of damage from what appears to be a possible grenade, if not a breaching round of something. But no, I definitely think it was a grenade by Teku. So now Zogu is on literally 5 health here, and Jerry getting pinched out from break room. He doesn't have that many positions to go, as that Vulcan shield is blocking off that rotational hole. Raptor trying to get in on the action as well. I don't think this is it for Jerry. Beanyot gonna find one onto Omar's. That's gonna finish off the roaming Jaeger. And now Jerry's basically in a rock and a hard space. Essentially, he'll light up Chu, but not finish him off. And he'll bite the bullet in the very end. Chu clapping back from all the damage that was dealt to him by the same operator. Now on that 5-on-3, we might actually see that 4-2 split in the favor of Legion, for instance. C4 comes out though by Hiker, and it's not going to land. I really don't know if Reven can come back from this 2-player deficit.
Oh man, yeah, it's going to be very tough here, but the only thing they do have going for them is they have 2 players on the side of Legion that are lit up to, to absolute, I don't know, whatever you want to say. They're very lit, we'll put it that way. Here we are, though. Valk is going to be playing inside of Connector, trying to get the shot onto somebody. Oh, he does it! Wow! Oh, this man is on a heater right now, Higet. He's continuing his reign of terror from the previous map, and Bean is waking up as well, so we might be seeing a whole lot from both of these players here. Higet getting it again through the smoke. I know he's got the MPX, but he's not warped. He does find that extra kill. 18 seconds left to go in this round. The attacker's back down to a 3v3 situation. It's almost identical HP. Not anymore, though, with Raptor's gonna fall.
No way!
I can get the triple!
I think they might actually win this. It's just up to Chu now. Oh, no way!
After shot the shotgun. It worked.
Reven.
And that is going to be a round for Reven, bringing it back 3-3.
How do you pull up those kind of victories? That. Yep. Okay.
Interesting.
I guess I was right about the 3-on-3 split after all, but
yep,
I didn't think it would end up coming out like that. Wow, great set of kills coming out there by Higut, finding a 3K, and some of them going out through a smoke grenade. I mean, Rigel mentioned he isn't playing that Warden, even though he does have that MPX. But fantastic recoil control by that Valkyrie player, even though the MPX does have very minimal recoil. And now, the first time here, as the sides finally switch, we will in fact see lobby and press room being defended. And I would have to admit, this is a little bit of an odd site to go first and foremost, but not as weird as Council Meeting in my personal opinion.
That's fair, I think. What I'd say is it's a toss-up between first floor here and basement as being the primary site in the traditional pro site rotation on Consulate. Typically, the 3 sites you're going to see played most often are going to be basement, then lobby, then split in that order or some very close variation of it. Just because, like we were talking about, second floor, not quite strong for the defense, except for Reven, obviously, that time, just because Higet was absolutely insane. Oh, I just noticed. Hyget's tag is down at the end, so AJ is probably screaming on Twitter right now, having a great time. I know you probably don't know who AJ is, but AJ, this one's for you, man. Hyget has DN in his name. But yeah, he's just been on a heater. Same with Zugu. Really phenomenal job from them. I lost my train of thought. I just saw the DN, and it my 10-year-old brain came out.
I've definitely lost my train of thought a couple of times tonight, so I can't really blame you. The amount of Megamind and one-head plays have just completely made me starstruck this entire night. But say about a half minute has gone by, and already we are seeing a little bit of action here on both the admin side and also the double window projector. 2 people in the middle of copy room at the moment. I think actually maybe 3 as Omar is making his way towards long desk. This could be a very aggressive opening round here by Reven, as they're pretty close to just walking right into long desk and possibly shutting down Chu, as I don't know if he's between either connector or if he's actually in the middle. Oh no, he's just in the middle of council. But Jordy finding a beautiful shot into after. Bean gonna follow suit onto Omar's. I guess I've been proven wrong, as Reven's attack has just came crumbling down like a 5-year-old's art and craft project here, essentially.
This is why I love first floor sight. This is exactly how it's meant to be played. You're supposed to have a very strong upstairs roam presence, like 3 or 4 operators minimum, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We've already lost 2 players for Reven, but Hyget's going to find one back and make it a 3v4, but he is going to get fried there by the Valkyrie in the very same position that he was playing in the last round. Bean going to find his second of the round as well, and now it is all down to the IQ with the I almost just said G36, but that is actually the G8. 50-round magazine, very fast fire rate, decent recoil as well. So some would say it's a crutch weapon, but I say it's just a good weapon, and he's going to have to bring it in full force if he wants to win this round.
Yeah, top 2 weapons to bring in those 1vx clutches. It's got to be the G8 on the offense, and for defense, it's going to be the Alda for sure. 2 of the most high capacity fire rates and magazines out there. I'm pretty sure Zogu did hear that sound cue though, as he immediately looked up. Will he tag the kill though onto Bean Yacht? I think it was a little bit of a bait though. He's not going to just immediately hop out though. Zogu playing rather patiently. I think he still wants to win this round, but finding 4 separate kills in about less than 30 seconds now, I don't know if that's doable, even with that G8 that I mentioned earlier. As time dwindles down closer and closer to 0 seconds, yeah, I really think this is a hopeless round here for Reven. I think, like you said earlier, they're going in for a little bit of a timeout here. They're just kind of thinking about their next round decisions and how they're going to come back now from that 1-round deficit, which will soon to be 4-3. Yeah, there's no way he's going to win this. 0 chance.
Yes, sir. It is.
Can he find the kill going to Bean though? Yeah, no, he won't find the kill to Bean. Nope.
No.
He's not going to risk it for the biscuit, sadly.
He was playing it safe, and I mean, RIP Alex Trebek from Jeopardy, but we were going to have to play his theme song on a little bit on that one. It was a little bit of a long tack timeout. It was about 45 seconds of him sitting outside of yellow. I did get that right. It was Alex Trebek that hosted Jeopardy, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was hoping I wasn't an idiot. All right, thank you.
You got 2 thumbs up.
I thought he was already...
Yeah,
I think he did.
Well...
Jenna, I hate laughing about this, but Jenna just had a moment in the producer only voice area, and no, but Alex Trebek has, I believe, unfortunately passed away. But yes,
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You guys couldn't hear that moment. I hate laughing about that. I can't do it. But here we are, round number 8, back to the task at hand. We've got basement for the first time.
You don't need to. You don't need to type it out. It's a little unnecessary. You're just beating a dead horse at this point. Yeah. Oh, I should not have said that word.
No. Fellow, no. Oh my God.
We're adding more fuel to the fire here.
This cast is devolving horribly.
Oh dear God, what have we done?
5 seconds.
We're going to the we're going to Satan's office.
Attackers are moving out to locate a
We're in
bomb
big trouble
at some point. Yeah, this is it. We're gonna have a long talk with God after this one on why we're horrible people and making fun of Alex Trebek. Yeah, but back to it. It is round number 8. Thermite's already getting the wall, I think. There's no mute, but oh, he's electing to Cade trick it this time. Solid decision, my friend, if he could get it executed, but it looks like Thermite decided to pull off at the last second, potentially.
Yeah,
He's about to get zapped.
Yeah, no, he's just waiting very patiently. I'm actually very surprised there. The discipline there on after is actually quite astonishing, to be honest. He'll reattempt on that exothermic execution, though. Can he get it in time? Oh, it's going to be down to the wire. Oh, my God, Bean! Perfectly timed Electro Claw. That was literally 0.10 seconds. And another slap in the face against Legion. We're going to have the opening pick go out onto, or by Reven. Omar's picking up one onto Chu. And I think Vertical Play is going to go out rather soon as well. This is looking to be a very good opening start for Reven, and I actually just had a complete Pepega moment there. It was Bean Yacht that K checked the wall and the wall wasn't opened up, so that just turned my entire talking point upside down. So.
You're fired. I don't
yep,
know.
I'll
you're
fired.
Now. I have no admin power in this league, but yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
But I'm just somebody's above. I think this is Zofia getting rid of the first cake claw, and she's gonna pay for it. Bean! Thermite is gone. Bean is absolutely a god right now. Oh, he gets another one by Higet. He's killing the entire team single-handedly. He's killing all the Thermite charges single-handedly. Zero's gonna attempt for the kill, but I think he's about to find the same fate as the previous ones.
Bean can do literally anything and everything. He can deny the main wall. He can find even more kills. He picks up a third now onto Jerry. How is this happening? Tekko gonna find one into Zogu as well. It's just a 1v4 now. All up to after on the Thermite. And he doesn't even have main wall opened up for compensation. What phenomenal plays by Legion so far. And I think after is just gonna sit out and play just the kill baiting game as he picks up one onto Jordy. I think we're just gonna see another tactical timeout again, unless After actually wants to push through this. I know he's gonna play a little bit risky, he'll just go right on through, and yep, Tekku gonna finish him off. A great body ace by both Tekku and also Bean. I am astonished by those plays done by Kai, tricking both the exothermic charges and claiming 3 separate kills all in one round. That is a highlight round if I have ever seen one in my career of commentating.
I would have to agree. I've watched a lot of games from all the way down in the T5 slums all the way up to T3 at this point. And I've seen a little bit of T2 play, never firsthand as well. But that was some top-notch tricking. Very, very well done on the hard support there. That is exactly how it should be played. And yeah, honestly, that's all you can really say. I mean, you got your 3 frags, you got all the hard reach charges gone. So here we are going into another round. Reven yet again on the attack. They're bringing 2 different hard reachers this time, and look at that. That's 3 sets of soft reach charges. The Ash is bringing them, the Sophia is bringing them, IQ is bringing them, and on a site such as Split, you definitely need the vertical destruction as well. You're going to have to force the Pulse out of position, force the Nitro players out of position, hold those long vertical angles, and that's exactly how you do it, is those breaching charges.
I don't know if you need 3 sets of them, but because there is no buck or sledge at hand right this very moment, then it does make some sense, I suppose. But again, Legion going a site that we haven't seen until they've been on the defense. They'll immediately just pick Archives and Tellers. Their defense so far has been looking pretty swell as they're just going all the really reliable sites. I don't even think we're going to see Council played by them once, as they won lobby and also basement with relative ease. I don't even think they're going to try to contest that second floor. So I'm very happy to see them with these defensive picks and just completely. So
I definitely...
Again.
Oh, no, you're a good fellow. I mean, I was about to agree with you the same way. I mean, this is how a defense on Consulate should be played in the current meta, in the current season, is focusing not necessarily on the second floor site, but pretty much everywhere else. And it's being executed perfectly. Because right now, one of the few ways to win a second floor hold... I thought he was running right past somebody on the second floor, but that was just a little bit of a ghost silhouette from somebody below him. But that is one of the only ways that you win a second floor defense, is if you are able to frag out effectively. And you know, you can't rely on that. Even if you have 5 gunners on your team, you can never rely on the fact that the other team isn't going to beat you. in that stat alone. And to evidence that, Omar's going to get the opening frag all the way down onto the Legion through the floor.
Yeah, I saw those shots there by the UMP. If that wallbang landed on the head of Omar's, I would have been so ecstatic that really would have caught me off guard. But the man advantage still in the favor of Reven is something that has really happened these past couple of moments. It's only been about 20 seconds. Minute 30 now on the clock. As more and more vertical play comes out, that's the main priority of those breaching charges like you mentioned earlier, Rigel. So I guess I was right on beginning to agree with you on that part, I suppose. And now this has basically forced Legion just to play all the way on the bottom floor. But they do have, self-destruction of their own. Raptor with that secondary shotgun. C4 goes out onto Zogu, but not going to finish him off just yet. It will take away about half of his health, but he's still in the long haul, as the plant could possibly go down as well. Selma's coming out onto the main wall. Another C4 lands, but doesn't confirm the kill. It's only going to take away about 20 health from Higut's full 100 health, and Chu finally picking up a kill for his team as the plant's going to begin to be attempted by After.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a waste of nitro cell utility there. You need to wait for the plant to start to go down, like right now. You need to wait to utilize it in the best way possible, which is trying to kill those operators that are going to force their way into the site. That's how you play this objective, is through the floor in any way possible. Finally, After is going to be going for the smart play here and getting up on top of the boxes to prevent the nitro cell. Chu is actually going to fall from a very nice shot there from the Zofia, and the diffuser is planted. 45 seconds left to go. Raptor finds a frag, making his way now up the spiral staircase. Is he going to be able to make it to the site, or is he going to get taken out by this IQ? At the moment, looks like he is safe so far, but he is going to have to contest somebody in order to get back into that ever so needed room. Omar's, where are you? Oh, he's upstairs.
Now dead.
Okay. Well, we found him. That's all I asked for, and with only 15 seconds left on the defuse timer, I don't think that's going to be enough here for the defense. You're going to have to see a really, really well done play between the IQ and the Pulse. Oh,
could he do it? Nope. Yeah. Not going to happen. Jerry just swings around the corner, and wow, he picks up both of them at the very end. Impressive play there with the G, and Reven will take that round after a very long and hard attempt of trying to get that diffuser down in the proper spot. That is definitely the strong point, though, of Archives, that you can play underneath and deny the plant for a very long time, but they had no one watching that angle to finally throw the C4 onto that little cabinet, I guess you could say, or filing cabinet. Yeah, filing cabinet. They didn't have anyone to throw that C4 as they wasted a lot of them other than, I believe it was Teku on the mute, as similar to this round as well. So they didn't have a lot of secondary utility to work with anymore after the first half or minute or so went by once the attackers just started working their way in, once Reven started making their way into the actual site itself.
Yeah, it was a very, very misused utility round, like you talked about, so I'm not going to belabor the point too much on that one, but it's also the sign of something coming out from Reven. It is still early enough in this game that they can come back and avoid going to overtime. If they win the next 3 rounds straight, they will pick up the map, pick up the series, it will be done, but it is a tall order here as Legion goes back to one of their strong defensive sides, that being lobby and press room. How are they going to be able to adapt? That is the question of the day right here. Reven saw this defense before. It's pretty much the exact same operators as far as I can tell. I can't look back that
attackers have discovered the location of a bomb
to see, but I would say it is very similar.
10 seconds
And I
remaining.
think Bello, can confirm that. So is Reven going to be able to adapt, or are we going to see a little bit of a situation like last game where they don't necessarily adapt as they need to when they're attacking?
Attackers objective is to defuse a bomb.
I was saying, yep, that I have no clue either, but I think that it's the same. I'm roughly sure, but not 110%, unfortunately. But I think the biggest thorn in the side of Reven when attacking lobby press is just clearing out the roamers as quickly as possible. And, it's going to be a very fast rush. And oh no, it's just, oh my god, Yacht picking up 3, and Tech gonna already deny him of that ace. And oh my god, what a round. That was... Someone's got to time that for a clip or something. I think that was under 30 seconds there.
Oh, wow.
That was just paper going through a shredder right there. They were just getting mowed down like grass on a hot summer's day. And just like that, match point in the favor of Legion after we just witnessed a complete massacre on the 10th round. Okay.
I'm
You have any
speechless.
words? Me too.
We were talking about in the previous map how rushes can be very effective, but that's contingent on the fact that they need to be done the right way.
Yeah, not that kind of
You can't
rush.
just send it in one area that is going to be highly defended and expect something to come of it. I think that was their only failure there is they sent it in yellow, which is typically a very hotly contested defense point. But in any case, here we go back down to basement. We're gonna have Bean yet again on the Cade. He's the master of the Cade, as we have found out here. Is he going to be able to get another 3K as Mozzie takes about 10 years to load in the round? But there we go.
Defenders, protect your
So what do you
bombs
think
from
we're going
being
to see
defused by
different here in
attackers.
this one? Is Reven going to be able to adapt? Are they going to be able to get this wall open? Or is it going to be pretty much a repeat of round number 8, I believe?
What we won't see for sure is a 5-man rush onto site. That was just... They just threw the tactic book just out the window. They're like, yeah, let's just go for a 5-man rush. What's the worst that can happen? That is the worst that could happen there. I think we're going to see the vertical play, obviously. We have Zogu on the sledge, and also Zofia and Ash to back him up as well. So,
Oh my God.
somewhat of a roam clear in the very top floor, and
seconds
also
remaining.
that vertical play like I just mentioned. But they're going to have to do what Bean, because he can just
5
hit his
seconds to
shots through any vertical angle, I suppose, as he picked up 3 that last
Attackers are
round, like you
moving out to
mentioned.
locate a bomb and
And
defuse it.
to be honest, I would love to see another triple kill like that because it was just, frankly, it was just beautiful to witness. And Kaitrick, both of the exothermic charges, that was definitely a slap in the face there for Reven.
It was, and especially when you have the floor completely open by all that soft destruction. And speaking of soft destruction, you talked about it a little bit. We have the Sledge, who has 26, 25 swings of the hammer total. I can't remember. I think it's just 25. 25. You have 9 total breaching charges. You have 3 total Ash charges. And you have 2 total Zofia impact charges. For a grand total of approximately near
30.
What-
Oh, well, the
no,
breaching
that-
charge is
that-
2.
that's
I forgot the breaching charge.
35? No,
It's actually
that's
36.
almost 40. Almost 40 breaching
Yeah.
rounds or charges of some degree. The entirety of the map can be opened up pretty effectively, I would say, if you put those in the right places, especially with the hammer. But the first kill is actually going to go to the Thermite, who is sitting there watching a yellow stairs angle, and Shu just happened to walk past it. Very unfortunate death for him, but here goes Highgate on the rush in, gaining map control as the entries are so well attuned to it.
And you were actually right, it is 39. I rechecked my math, but now I think it's down to a little bit of a lower number as Jordy will pick up one
bomb
onto
has been
Highgate,
located.
one of the stronger self-destructors, other than, of course, Sledge, who is still up and kicking. Another Electric Claw will go out, but I think Thermite's going to play this a little patiently. Was he able to, though? No, he wasn't. He'll get the main wall open because an Electro Claw was just shot from above. So there we go, the vertical play finally being executed properly. Toxic Babes coming out to try and slow down that push being attempted by Reven, and so far it's doing a relatively decent job of that. But more and more vertical play now coming on out as Jerry starts to use his breaching charges on his own, trying to flush out the players behind White Van, but no one's currently on or in that area of the map. Concuss is going out as well. It's just a complete utility dump heading in towards site now, but they aren't able to pick up the kill onto Jordy just yet after almost finding a wallbang, but not that successful. But
Okay, there it is.
Zogul, in fact, will get the wallbang instead, so now that main advantage is back in the favor of Reven, but that could change. Nope. C4 won't land.
Little bit of a Kobe toss there. I thought it was going to make it stick, but not the case. Bean is now the last person alive. If there's anybody on your team right now that you needed a 1v4, never mind. I was going to say something.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I wasn't going to say that. But I will give credit. I will give credit. Bean was a very solid player. He's able to get those multi-kills up. So what I was going to say, he was the operator you needed in that situation in the 1v4, but like we were talking about, that vertical destruction really came into play. And another thing to highlight, IQ did her job that round. There was no reason that the Cade should have been able to get the tricks off. Triple kill, sure, but the tricks, not necessarily. If you have an IQ that is attuned to what's going on, you can even upside down repel with the IQ and shoot through the floor to potentially get those Cade claws. So that's a very critical point and led to the success in that round. So now it's 6-5 match point, and Fellow, are we going to OT?
It's a definite possibility. I think now that we've had Reven kind of strengthen their grip yet again against the Kai tricking, it
Attackers need to
might
locate
not
and
be as
defuse as
successful
many
here for
bombs as
Legion.
they
They
can.
have Teku now on the Cade, and Bean Yacht is in fact on the Lucy this time. So a slightly different variation done by the defending team, but if that roam clear is successful again by Reven, if that vertical play is just as powerful as it was last round, then yeah, I think we could in fact see an overtime possibility here. It wouldn't really surprise me that much. Yeah, do you think we'll see overtime, Rigel?
I'm thinking after the performance in that previous round, yes. Especially given the fact that we're going
10
back to the
seconds to
exact
insertion.
same site for a second time in a row. That tends to lead itself to, you know,
5 seconds to go.
attackers starting to feel familiarity with the sites. And all that means
Attackers are moving out
is
to
that the
locate
attackers
bomb
are going to be
and
very comfortable with their push. They are going to know what exactly needs to be done. And for the most part, these defenders seem content to sit in the fairly similar locations to where they were as of last time. So I'm thinking that we might see a repeat. But the important change, though, Bean is going to be on the row. Oh.
Well, okay, there's the wall open. All right, then. Good job,
I think
Reven.
I see what's
Attackers
going
located a bomb.
on. Actually, no, never mind. This perspective of smoke shows me there's no defenders sitting in piano right now. I was thinking it was going to be a vertical play, but no, it's not. It's actually going to be a very extended...
Dealer is on.
Okay, I actually don't know what's going on. I thought it was an extended basement hold. That's not true. Oh, there we go. Bean was upstairs. Jaeger's by by yellow stairs. Starting to come together a little bit. So there's a little bit of a roam strategy. They're changing things up. So I redact my statement. I think Legion potentially will win this round.
To be honest, I have zero clue what's going on. I don't know why there was nothing on the wall or no one was waiting for the thermite. You know, when a thermite sees a wall just uncontested like that, he's going to just blow it up instantly.
Right.
So getting it open in 20 seconds flat, I'm baffled to witness that there. But about 1:45 on the clock, and Chu going to be the first player to find a kill on this round. He'll claim the body of Higut, one of the top fraggers here on the side of Reven, but Omar's going to immediately find that refrag onto Chu. So a little bit better here with the minute thrown on the clock as now vertical play goes out. And with that main wall already opened up, this could be a better round for Reven, but Legion is going to be able to find another kill here. Bean Yacht going to shut down Zogu from above. And now he's going to do his own vertical play onto Jerry, lighting him up, almost making him fade away here to nothing, but he'll be left up with about 15 HP. Still not in a very good position though, as it is now that 4v3, which is now favoring Legion. But Bean Yacht is going to actually have to fight up against this Sophia, but he's just checking the incorrect angles. Bean now the second kill onto this 12th round actually, and another kill coming out as well. It's just up to After yet again, and there isn't really much he can do here. He's just stuck in the middle of sight. And I don't know if Jordy's able to spot him. Nope, he's already behind that white van, but he's going to get in a cross peek pretty soon. That pre-fire coming out by the Alder could be rather strong. He'll walk away from the gun engagement. Wide Twin comes out by After. Hold on a minute, After could actually win this. It's just a 1v1 now, all up to Bean Yacht. And I actually could think this could be clutchable for After if he gets that possible plant down. But he hears the footsteps by Bean Yacht. If this is a win by Reven, there will in fact be overtime. It's all up to After. It's all or nothing here. He's got very minimal time to work with here, but still winnable nonetheless. He's going to have to stick that plan here, as I think Bean is going to, in fact, play this much more passively. It's down to 1 more second. He goes for the pre-fire cafeteria, but he's actually in pipes. This could be a win, but it's a trade! Oh my god, Reven! After's going to, in fact, clutch the round after trading with Bean Yacht. And we are going to overtime. What a play by Thermite!
Oh my god. That has got to be one of the closest rounds that I think I've ever seen. Even Teku, that is respect right there. Well done. Like, seriously, both teams, well done. To get it to that point of a 1v1 for the defenders, you know, you almost had it. But seriously, After, big brain play. So in case you're unfamiliar with the rules of Rainbow Six Siege, if it comes down to it, if the plant goes down and all operators are killed while the plant is still down, that goes in favor of the attackers because they achieve their objective of defusing the bomb. So that's why Thermite won that. Even though we got traded out, and technically it could have gone in favor of the defenders, the diffuser was down, and boom, game and round over. We are now in overtime, and Reven could win it all right now.
picking
feed
his fights
active.
there very decisively. I don't know how Legion let him get away with that play, but
Activating camera.
a great play nevertheless, and now we are in fact going to overtime.
camera feed
Yet
up
again,
and
this is
running.
the second time. Reven might be having a little bit of a morale boost there as well after just clutch such a monstrous round. I don't know. Legion might be put on the back burner here. The only thing looking up for them is that they are in fact on the defense. But I thought they were going top floor for a minute, but no, it's a very heavy roam up above. God, I need to get used to that. I'm so used to having Reven go up above for council, so I'm like, oh, they're just defending council. Nope, we're heading back to lobby press. And I also don't think we're going to be seeing a very heavy rush by Reven, so it is really any team's round right this very moment.
Yeah, you're completely right. It could go either way. I mean, we're seeing two very, very well-matched teams here. And I would have to go back and look, because you said Legion is 0-3 in the season right now. I want to see their round count, because, I mean, they could have gone to overtime in every single one of their maps, and we just would judge them on the fact that they're 0-3, because this does not look like an 0-3 team.
Wow.
And speaking of, there goes Bean with the run out, perfectly timed, but at the same time, getting a frag on their side, so it's going to be 4v4. I think both of these teams are going to come out of this with a heck of a lot of respect for each other, because I seriously have a lot of respect for these two teams after this one.
A lot of damage being done to After as well. I don't know if you said who was by, but nonetheless,
I have no idea.
he's not. Yeah, I don't know either. He's now down to about 5 HP. Still in that 4v4, but there is one more roamer that has to be dealt with. In fact, two actually. It's both Jordy and Chu. One in Projector and one also in Connector. Toxic Babes coming out to slow down the push by Reven. This is still a very strong defensive hold up above, and now Beam's going to join the party pretty soon as well. He's on the top of yellow. Jordy going to take a huge amount of damage, though, through that double window in meeting. He is still in it to win it, though, as he could possibly recontest that angle in a moment, and he is still alive, up and running, I guess you could say. Chu also holding down a little bit of a tight angle as well. It's just going back and forth here, but I'm pretty sure the defenders are going to have to make a retreat relatively soon, as Bean has taken a fair beating as well, and Zogu shutting down Jordy finally. Now bring it to that 4-on-3 back in the favor of Reven. It's just up to Chu by his lonesome in the middle of Connector with a lot of food on his plate.
Oh my god.
Yep, there you go.
Chu. Yeah, I don't know if that's a little bit of a case of what we like to call Caster's curse.
Yeah.
he got fried immediately after you mentioned it. So yeah, we'll attribute it to that. I've done it too. We were all guilty of it at some point in time, but it is now a 4v2. Make that a 4v1. Higet on a triple kill. He's gonna drop in. Find the Maestro.
Take it, you mad lad! Just hops down the hatch and picks off another. What an impressive play by the Ash, and now it's 7-6 again. Match point, overtime point in the favor of Reven. They've came back from, I believe it was at least 2-round deficit, or 3 in fact, aiming or looking down that gun barrel of match point. I can't believe they've made it this far in the second map. We might just have a map point 2-0 favoring Reven. I don't want to call it early, but right now they just seem like they're on a roll here.
I don't want to call it early either. A big part of me is hoping that Legion wins these 2 rounds. And I'm not trying to do that to dog on Reven Academy at all, because you guys have been playing phenomenally tonight. You've had your moments, don't get me wrong. I've criticized a couple things here and there, but you guys have been playing phenomenally. But same with Legion. And I want to see this map, or excuse me, this match go to a map 3. Because Oregon,
locate and defuse as many
that
bombs
map
as they
is a comp staple. It's really strat heavy, and these teams, they've been gunning it out against each other. So I think we might see an Oregon that is not Boregan. For the first time in a long time, this Oregon could go and be something great. So I'm very excited to see that if it does come to fruition. But my lord, man, what a play by Higet in that last round. I'm still reeling.
That was a great little quote there, Oregon. That sums up Oregon so perfectly. I hate how we see Oregon so many times. It's just a more annoying Clubhouse, really. I like Clubhouse a little bit more. Oregon is just so annoying to deal with. But I believe there's a handful of people that are rocking double digits. Yeah, Teku, Bean Yacht, Omar's, and I believe Zoku and Higet. There's so many people, and a couple are very close as well. Higet, though, trying to add more kills to his overall KDR. He'll go for a very cheeky run out, but finding not a single soul, he'll still be still on 12 and 9, but not taking any damage in the process. So I guess that's something to look forward to, or look up to, I guess, as well.
I have to agree. I mean, he's hungry for more. I'm hungry to see more as well, but maybe hold off until map number 2, please, so we can see map number 3. Or excuse me, yeah, hold off until map 3 so we can see that. Oh, and Chu opens it up. That's Chu! What does he do? Where is he at? Okay, there he is. Yeah, he's not even in admin yet. He's just hanging out on the window repel, and that's what I was talking about all the way back. What is it now? 14 rounds ago or 13 rounds ago when I was talking at the beginning of the map about window repels being so crucial. That's why. Higet taking the swing. He's got to find it on a bean. That's why he's one of the best right now in this game, is because of that reason right there. He can swing anybody he wants and he will get the kill.
He almost finds another onto Chu, but just narrowly missing the headshot. I think he's repositioning underneath, not only to gain a little bit of a better ground and not have to recontest that gunfight. Yeah, you can't shoot those. He might go for a C4 toss because the flooring is destructible underneath admin. I think that's what he's going for, but he heard the barricade come out by Jordy, which he is now going in for a little bit of a drone. I don't know if he spotted Valkyrie, but she'll back up anyways. Now heading back to top spiral here. And she could possibly contest that player coming in from copy, perhaps. She is holding a very lovely pixel peek. Chu trying to find one, but Smoke is in fact playing behind that hard wall. And oh my god, after through a little bit of a divot there in that soft wall, he's going to find the head of Chu, shutting down the madman himself. Raptor taking some damage from that MPX, I believe it to be. And now we're in an even man scenario yet again, 3-on-3 with about 45 seconds on the clock. C4 goes out by Higet, but it's not going to land onto any of the remaining attackers. So again, still that 3-on-3. Shots come out there by that MP5 of Malusi by Zoo, but it's in fact going to be Higet to shut down Teku, but he can't find another. Raptor will immediately clap back. Now a 2-on-2. Even man scenario yet again. I sound like a broken record at this point. I believe that Jordy might attempt to go for a plant, but with Smoke holding down such a magnificent angle, but it doesn't matter. He can't hold that angle from the grave. Zurak gonna find a knife killed onto Jordy, an immediate refrag for the 3rd time in a row. It's just a 1v1, and Zurak has time on his side. The only thing he doesn't have, though, is health, and Raptor needs to land one more shot, and he'll do just that, finishing off Zurak. And now we have it double overtime, and a rehost?
Teku, no! Why are you rehosting right now? Please!
This is the wrong time to go for a rehost, dude.
I'm gonna cry, man.
It's the literal last round. You know why they want to rehost. Oh, now you have the sound bug? Now you have it?
Can we confirm that? Or what are we doing?
Yeah, can we get it confirmed?
Okay, pause the game. There we go, we got it.
That is...
Alright. That's unfortunate. 7-7. We get a little bit of time to talk, so I guess we're going to be coming back to casting cameras.
I think we can just... Yeah. I don't think we... Do we have to leave all the way? Oh, we're going to leave all the way anyways. Okay.
Oh... Yeah, yeah. Heads up a little. I'll tell Illusion. I'm an observer, so I'm very critical sometimes.
Yeah.
I just thought that I had
rehost,
an alpha pack or something like that. Like I thought I was playing the game because I've got the game full screened on my left monitor. Yeah, just abandon it. There you go. I've got the game full screen on my left monitor, right, on the YouTube clean feed. So I was like, oh man, I'm ready to queue up for a game, but no, it's actually the observer feed. Put me in, coach. I want to play in this one. Jeez. It's too fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast just watching these maps play, commentate over them. May not be my best work, but it's not the worst. I think we're getting the job done just as well, Rigel.
What do you mean it's not your best work, dude? I mean, I've been loving casting with you, man. You've got a really good energy. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's been fun casting with you, dude.
Yeah, the energy's just a hard carry for me. That's all I got going for me, man. And the nice looking shirts. That's it, I guess.
Oh but man! Speaking of nice looking shirts, a little shameless. Yeah? No, I'm just kidding. SCS merch though, but Tofu. Hey, Jenna even said it in the producer chat, but I think Tofu gave me the okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I think Tofu gave me the okay the other day, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of a plug. SCS guys, if you don't know it, it is the T3 league to be looking at right now. Qualifiers going on very soon here, coming up next week, so sign up now. But in addition to that. If you play in SCS quals and you're still looking for some Rainbow Six Siege action after that, SFCL qualifiers coming up pretty soon after our own, and that is going to be, I believe, at the very end of February. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tofu. If you're listening right now, I don't know if he's watching the Twitch stream, so it might take 3
He'll
minutes
eventually
for
answer.
him to tell me, but he'll eventually give me an answer. So sign up for both of those. Okay, it's going to be a great time. I mean, 9 rounds guaranteed each qualifier for SCS, plus I think 6 rounds of Swiss for SFCL. So that's one hell of a lot of siege right there.
Yeah, and back in the actual game itself, I have a question for you, Rigel, if you don't mind
What is up,
answering
my
it.
friend?
Have you ever heard of the term cliffhanger by any chance? Because I think that's what we're witnessing right now. This is literally the
So
round that's going to make everything either going to a 2-0 victory or a possible map overtime here going to Oregon. Do you agree with me on that claim there, having this as a
so
cliffhanger?
when you say cliffhanger, you mean the guy that's on the package of the Cliff protein bars, correct? That's what you're
Yes,
talking.
yes,
Yes, exactly.
exactly,
But
exactly.
yes, I'm very excited to see
I'm glad we're
Cliff
on the
come
same
in for
page.
this last round. Round number 15, Cliff. He's going to be the ringer for one of these teams. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm very excited to see this last round. As we watch Illusion set up the lobby, I've been there. It's not fun.
It sucks.
Having to reset all the it does.
I've done it too.
Yeah.
No,
We got to make sure that we get the round count perfect for him. Who won the last round? It was an attacker win, correct? I think the attackers
yeah,
won both times.
Raptor gunned down Zoo,
Yes.
Zogu, because he was on like 10 health, and he just held down Mouse One with the LMG. He's like, I know where he is. I got this. And I mean, hey, he was right. He got the kill at the end of the day. So a kill is a
Yeah.
kill, and a win is a win, I guess. So
I guess we're looking at a McDonald's kitchen right now because he got absolutely fried.
that was a good one. Jesus. Okay.
We're on a heater, boys. Back.
Absolute heater.
All right. There is no sight locked for defense. The attackers won both times.
Yeah, both
in
attackers.
overtime, so there's no defense lock for you. What?
No. Lobby is not a lock because we had Ash just gun through literally everybody.
Can somebody verify, Jenna? Do you have?
Yeah, there's no lock.
Because I don't want to start this and have to rehost it again because of a setting problem. So like, hey, Jenna, if you could do that, that'd be phenomenal. I think that the attackers won both times. So as long as
Yeah,
we can go like it was 6-6.
they did.
I think they would have had to, and we need to make sure that the correct people started. Yeah, we got that. Blue team attacks.
I'm blanking on his name, but the Ash literally found 4
Okay.
and just won them around.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
round 13 would be blue win, and then round 14 would be orange win.
Yeah, so just switched around basically.
And then
It's just
make
the
sure
opposite of
the
what you
first
had.
ones are 6-6, so it could be just like blue and then orange, and then we'll be good. Perfect. Look at that team effort right here. Clap, clap, everybody.
Woo.
Hey, that's perfect. All
Yeah.
right. Also, Foz, are you still in the chat? Because hi, man, you wanted me to shout you out earlier. So I'm saying hello. You get to hear your name on stream. Okay, thank you, Tofu. The 3-minute delay has passed. The first SFCL call is March number 7th. Wait, why did I say it like that? What am I doing? I'm throwing so hard right now. March number 7, guys. The 7th for you EU people. It's 7 March or 7/3/2021. But for everyone in America, the correct way to say it is 3/7/2021. So be ready for that. As it's going to start. There's going to be 2 open quals. So y'all sign up for that. I don't know if there's an entry fee or not. I honestly have no idea. So ask somebody. Ask Tofu in the chat. But hey, we're getting back into the game. Let's go round number 15.
Finally, we won't have to await the cliffhanger for that much longer. There's going to be a determined victor no matter who wins this round. It's just a matter of if it's going to be the map point as a victory in total or just 1-1 scoreline instead. Reven back on the attack, though. I personally feel like both these teams have been a lot stronger on the attack rather than the defense, which I think, goes back to the point you made earlier that this is a much more attacker-sided map. I still think it's around 50-50, but you normally see on most maps that it's like a 60-40 in favor of the defenders. So you're still right about that claim, and I would agree with you on that 110%. But we are going to cafeteria and garage. Jordy on the Cade, I probably would have liked to have seen Bean on Cade, but it doesn't really matter. Anyone can get the same job done. Just personal preference, I suppose. And also, was that a confirm on
Defenders,
the
protect
Oryx
your
pick
bombs
instead of a
from being
smoke?
defused
Oh,
by
it in fact
attackers.
was. Okay.
Alrighty,
This
go
could be a very
Oryx.
interesting last round. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't quite know the reasoning behind it. I guess he just wants the T5, and yeah, there you go. Get your shot on the radio. You know, get your non-existent points for shooting the radio. What, Jenna? Yeah, whenever he runs the wall, he loses 5 points of damage. For that fact for Jenna. I know you can't hear her, so if you hear me talking to myself, I'm not insane. I know that for a fact. I'm a psychology major. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Fellow, what do you
5
think?
seconds left before
It takes a psycho to know a psycho.
Fair.
So, yeah, I don't know if I trust you, man.
Locate a bomb and
I'm
defuse it.
just saying.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything more about that. What are you doing, Goyo?
That's better.
It's to deny.
yo,
Yeah, there we go. That's
This
really
is the-
smart, but
The big brain
little-
play. So I don't remember if
What?
you guys have seen. No.
oh
that's
wait,
gonna
don't tell me.
He's
that
got
quick
it.
enough?
He got it. Yeah. He one thermite charge is now dead.
Well, okay.
So I don't remember if you guys have seen this, but this is a very, very old strategy. I believe it came out of APAC a long time ago. Can't remember the teams. It was actually that long ago. But if you put the Cade Claw up under the Goyo like that, IQ can't shoot through the floor and hit it because that the little gas canister on the back has a lip that prevents it from getting shot from above. So the Cade Claw basically sticks to the bottom of that, can't get shot, indestructible wall. Big brain. Apex strats go hard, by the way.
They really do. What I can't believe though is I'm not actually gonna say that joke. I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind. But
I want to hear it.
so far, you want to hear it? Okay,
I want to hear it. You're telling me right now.
I just can't believe
Unless it's
there's a whole
inappropriate.
whopping 0 kills for everybody. It's been a whole 15 rounds.
Wow.
This really is just a war of attrition. I know, hilarious, right?
I wish I didn't hear that, actually.
Dude, I warned you. I really tried to warn you. You're just like, no, I want to hear it. Well, there's a reason why I didn't want to say
I wish
it.
I was the main character from the movie Click, so I could just go back 30 seconds.
Look, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's all I'm saying. But the vertical play finally going out. Oh, it's gonna be just put right to an immediate halt by Jordy. He'll take care of High Gut. And there we go. The man advantage now favoring Legion. I think we could see that third map as the main wall hasn't been opened up as well. This is so undecisive. Yeah, this is very undecisive. I don't know what the outcome is going to be still. It is any man's game, but I definitely think it's still favoring Legion by a strong margin, as they don't have a lot of control in this site other than through the vertical play. But I hear the wall getting opened up in the background, so this could be a slight comeback by them, but I'm not entirely sure, as Teku picking up another one now makes it that 5-on-3.
This is not what you want to see if you're a Reven fan. We might be going to a map 3. This is also not what you want to see if you're Jenna, because apparently she has to go somewhere. So yeah, this is she is now a very big Reven fan in these last 30 seconds of this final round of Consulate. But if you've got any two operators that you'd want it to be, you've got the Zofia, you've got the Thermite, so it's a very good wombo combo of attackers. But I think Zofia is about to lose her life very shortly because somebody is above that she didn't realize, but she's just gonna run away actually.
15 seconds
So
to
problem
go.
solved. Going down in the barbed wire, 10 seconds left. Coming around the corner. This is the corner where that infamous play happened before with the Thermite, but no, it is actually going to be another trade, except this time Legion picks up that win. So that is going to be a very, very good map. Good half coming out in chat.
A good half
We'll
indeed.
see you on Oregon. And yeah, the way this is going, it is definitely not going to be Oregon. I'm going to repeat it again. This has been a stunning match. Stunning. And I mean that sincerely. Like I'm sorry, fellow, I'm not letting you talk, but seriously, I
No, it's fine.
I have seen, oh god, how long has it been? 8 months, not going on 9 of straight competitive siege in SCS and other leagues. And this is honestly one of the closest matchups that I've seen, and there has only been very minute mistakes coming out from either team. Loving it.
I think it's so funny to me because it's so true. Like, I 100% agree with you. It's been a very exciting best of 3 series. Both of them going to double overtime, winning 8-7 fashion. If it's anything like that on Oregon, then I think we're in for quite a treat. It's going to be a long evening, though, and I think we just need to get right into the break immediately, so I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time. We'll go
Oh,
to
yeah.
the mention, and then we'll get you right into map number 3, so we'll see you in a couple of minutes, everybody.
One.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Heading right into map number 3. We don't really want to waste much of your guys' time, so it'll be a short little intro again. I'm pretty sure both teams are ready here to go up on Oregon, and this time we're going to actually have Legion defending off first. And if you know anything about Oregon, it's brutally defender-sided.
Very.
So that might give them a little bit of a head start here on this last map. What do you think, Rigel?
I think you're right about that. Obviously, I mean, defenders are. It's very biased on this map. I mean, Oregon has been defender-sided since the beginning, but I will say a little bit recently, especially basement is turning into more of an attacker-sided site. So we could see a little bit of a shift. I'm expecting potentially at least a 3-3 split, if we're being honest, especially the way both of these teams have been playing. But that is too soon to tell. With the Thatcher ban, though, I still think it's going to be about the same. I mean, Thatcher's just honestly the default ban. And
Wow.
why we're banning Gridlock? That's
Okay.
mean.
I mean, the only reason why Gridlock has been played so much is because Nomad's been banned the entire time and they need something for a flank watch. But hey, I mean, I guess just one step forward, two steps back, I suppose. Gridlock's still a great operator. I'm not making fun of them for banning it. It's still a really good option. Mira's a fantastic option as well. She's very strong on those objective rooms like the basement floor, or even, I think you can play her on pretty much any site relatively well. So getting her off the board is not a bad idea. And also Kaid to deny the
Okay.
possible hatches in some
Okay.
sites. And also because Maverick is going to be the main hard breacher or helper to the hard breachers to get open those main walls.
Really interesting ban phase coming out. I mean, the Gridlock is very obviously a target ban. I forget who
Yeah, a
played
little
her
bit.
so well on Legion. It was either
Raptor.
Bean or it was Raptor. Okay, but I mean, he how many kills did he get? Like 9 with Gridlock?
A lot. Yeah.
Something ridiculous like that. So I really don't blame him in there. Going forward from that, Cade ban's a little interesting, especially that Maverick isn't banned out. Typically, you don't see a Cade ban unless both the Thatcher and the Maverick are gone. But still not a bad ban nonetheless. It will help out Reven on their attacks on this
Attackers
very,
need to
very
locate and
difficult
defuse
attackers
as many
map.
bombs as they can.
I do want to note something really quick though. Tofu is in the voice call with us now. He's assisting a little bit with the production because Jenna had some last minute stuff come up. But I just noticed as soon as Tofu joined the voice call, his name in the Discord is Daddy Tofu. What the hell?
Yeah.
What? I'm very confused. I'm gonna give you a little bit of that. That caster energy right now and say, I almost said daddy. Oh god.
10 seconds left.
Tofu, yeah. That's cringe, bro. It's pretty cringe.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep, and the production seems just fine coming through on the Twitch. I just wanted to double check
Attackers
before we
objective is to
really
locate
got
bomb
in depth
and
here.
Well, can you hear us?
So-
Is the real question. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
check
they
out
can
real
hear us.
fast.
They can hear us too. I made
Good,
sure.
good,
But
good,
the
okay.
show shall in fact go on.
Oh,
I
I'm
do
getting
like,
roasted. Hold on, Tofu's saying
Oh
something.
dear. Okay,
Oh,
well,
no.
while you're getting roasted, I'll just try to continue up here on this commentating. I really thought that was a wall bang by after, but in fact, Teku is going to find the first opening kill on this final map for the series. He'll shut down Zogu, my mistake. So that's the flank denial already taken care of, as there are no claymores on the board. Both Hyget and Omars have opted to bring those breaching charges for some soft destruction, but they're in a little bit they're a little bit down rough here, as you can't do much soft destruction on this basement floor, as most of the flooring is in fact concrete and ceiling, whatever you want to call it.
So I know you misspoke and said Zugo earlier,
Yeah,
but I think that's a
Zogu.
really apt analogy right there, because Zoo will now go into a very early 6-foot grave less than a minute into the round, and that's a very big part
Good
in
point.
the future of this round. Thank you. I tried my best on that one. I have 3 good jokes a month, and I've used all 3 of them during this cast, so if I ever cast again, it is going to suck balls. I hope you all know. Yeah, Nomad being off the board very early is a detriment to any attack, honestly, because, I mean, I said earlier you can't rely on her as a crutch, but still, 3 Nomad charges going down in the pocket, that's an FPLC moment right there.
A lot of
Oh,
active
Hyget's
utility
ready.
wasted, and, well, Hyget will find a refrag in compensation for losing Zogu so early into the round. But I feel like the damage has already been done because, like we said earlier, that active utility just basically thrown down the drain here, as There's now no flank watch, but I don't think there's really anyone that they have to worry about forcing flank watch. And oh, what a lovely angle here by Raptor. I don't know if he can actually see the head from that position. If he recontests that angle, I'm not 110% sure, but unluckily, Raptor will in fact get off that angle instead. So we won't see a highlight of a very beautiful shot that could have possibly been landed onto either After or the Zofia playing there of Omar's. Grenade will come out though by Jerry, possibly to flush out that player in towards Pillar. Omar's though finding one onto Chu, but they still have to worry about Raptor. But just as I mentioned it, he'll get taken out by Hygen. Oh no, the Vulcan shield killing off Jordy by Omar's, and almost flawless round there by Reven as they start things off strong on the attack, having 4 of their players left alive and 1-0 in the attackers' favor already. Okay then.
I've got something to tell Legion. I don't know if you guys have a coach or not, but whoever your coach is that came up with that one, do not put a Goyo shield in elbow. Number one reason behind that is if you get caught out by a very early rush, which that wasn't an early rush, but it's still a rush nonetheless, that Goyo shield's going to pop. You're going to burn. 90% of the time you will die while you're trying to get back through your tiny rotate in that wall. So it is not very effective to put one of those shields there. You're going to play a smoke there 90% of the time, right? Put his shield there. And as you're falling back, throw a smoke charge, detonate it, and get back in time to reinforce the wall. You might still die. They might still push through the smoke, but it's less of a risk. You know, you won't die to your own gadget.
Attackers need to locate
It
and
was
defuse as many
an
bombs as
aggressive take by Reven. Not a complete rush, but it was very aggressive. Definitely slowed down by Teku as well, as he did find that first frag, but he was the only person to get a kill on that first round in Oregon. No one else was able to for his team. A little unfortunate to see that, but it definitely happens. Wouldn't be the first time that we've witnessed that. But basement floor will be reattempted here by Legion. Pretty much the exact same strategy as well. Hopefully they have a psychic powers they can hear us to not put that Goyo shield near elbow, and I think they...
Can we check it? Can we please get the observer to check that? I would love for you to go over there and use your powers of deduction to tell us whether or not that's a goofy Goyo
Attackers
shield.
must locate and defuse
But while we're talking about goofy stuff, this just in, apparently Tofu told Inferno's father that Tofu was Inferno's dad, or daddy, and I quote. So that's a little bit, that's a little sus right there. If we were playing Among Us, we'd make sure to throw him off the ship first. But here we are. I don't even know what's going on in the round anymore. I derailed myself that much, but I am just cringing very much. Okay. Yeah, I'm hurting myself. Inferno says that the puns are starting to hurt, so I'm gonna end it right there. We're back. Reven's up 1-0. Still 5-on-5 in the round, which is better than they left themselves last time. Zogu is still alive, so good for you, man. But we are back down on basement. And if that's any indication, all 5 people from Reven are up. This is like an attacker win.
It feels like more than a minute has gone by, but yeah, it's pretty just been only the first minute down and out for the count here. And it's still a 5-on-5. Teku going for a slight reposition. I'm surprised that he's actually scanned out with his gadget all the way from that distance. But hey, I guess it's whatever, I suppose. Impact Grenade will come out as well. He might be able to find one. He in fact will onto Jerry, but again, an immediate refrag claiming the body of Teku on that aggressive roam. And there we go, 4v4 with now about 1:20 on the clock. Still a lot of time for Reven to work with here as they start pushing their way down towards back stair. We have Higet going on the drone. I think we're going to have just Omar's possibly covering him as he now just spots out Raptor. But I don't know if they're aware as a player behind Pillar now, which is in fact Raptor. He does reposition. Higet finding one as well, but he'll get traded out on top of that. Raptor almost finding a second, but he does not have enough ammo in the magazine to find a second kill. So again, even man situation with about 55 seconds on this clock.
And looks like Goyo's going to be repositioning his other shield, so he's not trying to kill the smoke this time. Never mind, it's actually still there. Oh god, I cracked myself up. 3v3 situation. About 40 seconds left to go. This is actually prime for the attackers. Here we go yet again. Smoke being burned alive. He's going to try and reinforce the wall. Sir, you have 30 seconds. It's not worth it. Just fall back. But it worked out anyway. You got very lucky there. So Jordy now going to be using the remainder of his time, the remainder of his life, to deny the plant. The last charge goes off for the smoke. The last Goyo shield goes off as well, which makes it effectively a 2v3 because Goyo's cut off from any sense of civilization right now. Zophia's going to push in and get the shot!
15 seconds remaining.
You can't shotgun him, apparently. Goyo's going to try and contest the angle onto the Thermite, who plants in the
10
wrong
seconds left.
spot. And, oh no, Zophia's looking in the wrong direction. Goyo's going to be catching him in a pinch right now, and I don't know
Team
what's happening.
kill!
That's a TK. Okay. And that's going to end the round. Very unfortunate there for Legion. They had that one in the bag. I'm not going to lie. Reven had that one in the bag. If they had just held down just a little bit longer, not swing with the shotgun and kill your own Goyo player, that could have gotten that one. Another point to make, too, and I'm not dogging on Reven, excuse me. Reven won the round, so I'm not going to dog too hard on him on that one. But the Thermite, did you notice what he did, fellow?
He planted that way Raptor could just straight up mow him down.
Yes. And
Yeah.
what is the way to avoid that, my friend?
You could possibly just run across, kind of where like you plant where that smoke was playing possibly, or even deeper into sight. There was a guy in your closet, so that'd be kind of difficult. To be honest, there was really no
Attackers
good
need to
spot for him to
locate
plant
and
right
defuse
there,
the
unless they
bomb.
had someone covering him. So they probably should have killed the guy down that hallway first, and then went for the default plant. But I don't know. What's your answer?
So I'm gonna tell you some facts and knowledge right here, okay?
Love to hear it.
Not to be rude, but
Yeah,
all
no,
of your
of course.
answers were incorrect. All of
I
those are bad
figured.
options. Because
figured.
you have the smoke playing by the closet, he's going to gun you. You have the Goyo playing in the freezer, he's going to gun you. Especially if you run deeper into sight, or especially if you plant by that smoke rotate that we were talking about.
Yeah.
You're going to get
10
shot
seconds
from
left.
freezer 90% of the time. The place that is the safest to plant, especially if the smoke out of
seconds
charges,
left.
is actually right on the doorway. And the reason
Oh.
why is because the guy playing freezer cannot get an
Locate a
angle
bomb
on
and
that
defuse it.
without swinging out into the hallway. And if you have somebody playing in the pillar, you can get an angle on them. So that is the safest spot to plant. You don't have to overexpose yourself. You literally hold 3 feet.
Attackers
Like
bomb
they were in a 3v2 situation. They could have
Attackers
planted
recovered
and
the
saved
bomb
themselves
diffuser.
the trouble. But that is my only criticism.
I guess I'm just too 5-head for you to understand my Megamind plays, but that's completely fine. I'm used to it at this point. But already Jerry's just in the middle of Big Tower. He might just be able to get open that part of the map and start trying to flush out Chew. There is a lot of utility
Attackers have
though
dropped
being
the bomb
put on
diffuser.
that northern
Attackers
side of the
recovered
map,
the
so it's going to
diffuser.
take quite a while for Reven to actually have an influence on that side of the map. I think an air jab going in as well to deny a later on flank, and I think the wall is now able to be soft destructed by Omar's, as Maverick has done a great enough job to trick it. Yep, there we go. And also, the master wall being opened up as well from closet side, so it's going to be a very slow pincer coming out by Reven.
So another thing I just noticed is Zophia's actually not going to be able to kill the shield. Luckily, there was a grenade there from Maverick because Zophia wasted a impact charge on the Jaeger ADS by accident. So yeah, Maverick was there to back her up on that one. We still have one more grenade on the side of the attackers. Lots of flashbangs as well, so potentially what I'm thinking here is that there's going to be a utility dump sort of execute going on. It's a 5v5. They're just going to have to throw bodies at the problem and hope it works, especially on top floor. If I had to say, this is the most defender-sided site
Attackers dropped
on
the
Oregon
diffuser.
right now. There's no good way to push this site. There's an okay way, and that is to split push right now by getting that 180-degree crossfire, and Higet's going to utilize that to the full capabilities of the double window. Or actually, no, who's below. I don't know what the heck exactly just happened there. But a
Attackers have
180-degree
recovered their
crossfire is
diffuser.
the way you want to push it. That's how they're setting up right now, so we could see Reven come in for a very quick take.
Yeah, and Tyga was actually able to shut down the roamer of Jordy, and Omar's picked off Chew. Teku, though, finally going to be able to pick up one onto after. The C4 goes out as well by the roaming mute, but it's not going to find anybody in the process. So that man advantage now even strengthened as Higet finds his double kill after being shut down by Bean, but Jerry going to immediately refrag onto that Malusi player. It's just up to the roaming mute, who has now been detected by that audible cue of the air jab, and it's soon to be a post-plant situation with Teku now being spotted out heading into master bedroom. This is a
Attackers
hopeless
activated
round
the
here for Legion, as he is just stuck outside of sight, now having to play the attacker rather than the defender, essentially, in this post-plant.
Yeah, I think all that Mute really had to do was go for that swing that he just attempted right now and swing into Master Closet. He could have killed the planter that way. Nobody was really watching for it. Everyone was sort of defending the door here in the trophy. But now we're in a post-plant situation. Very, oh, actually, it might be winnable after that kill. He still has the time. He just has to get 2 more very rapidly. But as it ticks down
he
close
doesn't
to
know.
7 seconds, no, that's it. Jerry, well played. Win yourself that round number 3. Beautifully done in the 2v1 situation. And you know what? You remember that YouTube video, the guy with the duck, and his duck is named Jerry?
I believe I do, actually.
Where he's like, Jerry, just stop doing that, man. Like, Jerry. That guy. He's screaming all the
no.
time.
Uh,
No?
no.
Okay.
Just
Gotcha.
move,
Well,
yeah, it's okay.
there is a series or something on YouTube of this guy who has a duck named Jerry, and he's just screaming the whole time. It could be nice, it could be whatever. Every time Jerry does something, I'm resisting the urge to do that.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
thank you for sharing, Rigel. I
Yes.
greatly appreciate
I
it.
thought that was going to be a better
Defenders,
bit
protect
than
your
it
bombs.
was.
I've made
Used
horrible
by
jokes too.
attackers.
Don't feel bad. It's okay.
Great.
Honestly, it was a really good attempt, though. I gotta give you that. But we haven't really seen that many good attempts coming out by Legion, as they are 0-3 against Reven, and they're defending on Oregon first. That's not a good sign. If Reven just keeps this snowball effect going on against Legion, we might just have an avalanche of a victory for the side of Reven, even though they're on the lesser side here, first off on this rotation here.
Chu got decimated by his own teammate. He is on a sliver of
Oh
HP.
my god, yeah, I did not. Oh my, yeah, he's
Somebody
on
was
like
making
10
a
health.
rotate hole, and he pulled the big brain play that I myself would have done. Yeah, he ate probably 6 out of those 7 12-gauge buckshot pellets. He's getting.
I thought they were just finishing the job.
I thought so too, but they're just resetting the man. Okay, that's giving him a little bit more.
Thank God. It got a little
Holy.
grim.
My heart, man. I smell a run out coming out from Malusi here. She's on the camera. She's sitting by bottom white window, so I would not hesitate to say that is going to happen. Chu, what are you shooting at with the pistol?
Nothing. He's just having a grand old time by his
I
lonesome.
guess.
If it's any person you want to be holding Attic, it's definitely not the player on literally 20 health and that cannot be revived anymore. You might want to have that switched out for someone like Yacht or Bean Yacht to fully exemplify it, or even Raptor. He has the FMG9 for some odd reason, so he can actually hold Attic from quite a decent distance. It does have that 1.5 optic as an option as well, but the Attic wall will already be opened up. I'm not going to be surprised if Master Wall gets opened up pretty soon as well, and Raptor, using that FMG9 to its full potential, he'll shut down Higet, the top fragger so far for Reven, but with both walls being opened up, this could be a very slow and steady pincer, which could pay off for Reven in just a few more moments.
And there it is. It's starting to pay off. Reven reaping the rewards of this take. Oh my god, they're lighting everybody up left and right. This is looking pretty bad here. Oh, smoke! Okay, never mind. That was a mute, but in any case, he got lit up either way. Did you not see the head? Okay, Jordy did not see the head, and he got lit up as a result for it. And now it is Raptor with the FMG9, not something you see every day. Going for the clutch. He sees the plant is going down, throwing the gas canister. Not going to be enough to stop the thermite. That's a trade. A lot of those happen today.
It's like the second or third one that we've seen. Yeah, that's a lot of trades in one best of 3.
And there's another rehost.
Okay.
Another sound bug. Can we do a tack timeout? Is that something that's allowed in this league? Can we please just pause the timer? Pause the timer, please.
Just pause the timer.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Have them resolve that. If we need to go into a rehost, we'll do a rehost. But there's this fancy new feature of a pause timer.
Yeah, they could just leave and rejoin. We don't need a rehost.
Perfect.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I find it really convenient that the sound bug only comes out now and you're getting 4-0'd. I think I said it for the enemy team as well. But, the sound bug is incredibly annoying. I don't blame them. And it can happen at literally any round. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, they just should play it out even if they have the sound bug. No, that is uncalled for by me. It's agitating.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they want to get a rehost, they get a rehost.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you need to call for a rehost when tack timeouts are a thing You know what I mean? Like, you can literally pause the timer. Just ask
I
for
think
a
it's just a force of habit at this point, just to say
probably.
rehost because of that. I think that's the only problem.
That's fair. That could be. But I do like the pause feature. It saves us one hell of a
It's
lot of
beautiful.
time because rehosts take forever. They make people in the chat upset as well. Everyone wants to watch Siege, not my face, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to see your face? It's a really dumb question.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
not a dumb. Yeah.
Hey, I'm fishing for compliments at this point.
Well, there you go. You just found some. You
Hey, there we
just
go.
there you go.
All right.
But the only
That's a
thing that
W.
sucks about these kind of like timeout kind of things is, well, it doesn't suck, but it allows teams to kind of, go over their strats and stuff, which can kind of help the team that's been getting a little bit rolled around essentially.
Right.
But there really isn't that much of a problem with it. It's just now I got to find out how to stall for a good minute, and I'm not very good at doing that. I'm now out of my comfort zone, but
Well, what do you
uh,
think about the Zofia change that's coming? I don't know when they're planning on updating this patch, but Zofia's losing her withstand.
I don't see a problem with it.
Um, okay, okay, good,
To
good.
be honest,
Um,
do you want me to tell a little personal story actually of why I agree
go
with
for it,
that?
man. We've got the time.
So
Go for it.
it's me and two of my friends. We're trio queuing in a ranked, and
Okay.
my friend is in a 1v3. It's overtime match point, and the bomb's down.
Mhm.
He kills all three of them, but downs the last one. He doesn't have enough time to finish off the last player, though. He has to
Mm,
immediately stick the defuse. You want to know who the last player was? A Zofia. She gets
great.
outgunned by my friend, but because of her unnecessary passive ability, she still wins. Even though my friend played that round out absolutely perfectly and got punished because he didn't have enough time to finish off his third kill. That is why I am glad Withstand is being removed, because I've had that situation happen to me before, just like in that Pro League game that happened not too long ago. So I'm so happy it's being removed. It sucks that something like that, something so significant in the game, is being taken away, something so unique, but it's crucial to keep the competitive integrity of this game to its highest that it can be. Okay, that's just my
I'm
personal
with you.
take.
Trust
Yeah,
me. I'm 100% on your side. I think the Zofia Withstand was a stupid mechanic. I
yeah,
understand that Ubisoft was trying to build the lore, but this isn't a lore-based game. This is a competitive esports game. There are a couple things like every operator should have their quirks. Don't get me wrong. Everyone should be a little bit more
yeah,
variable than the rest. But to introduce such a dynamic, unuseful ability that not everybody has, that can throw rounds.
yeah.
It's a
And
little bit
then,
interesting. But the argument against removing it is just hit your heads, bro.
well, bro,
So
in a 1v3, you kind of don't always think about going for heads, and you just think about, I gotta get these kills one way or another so I can get the bomb defused. And he did that, but it was a Zofia.
y-
Another argument is also, well, why don't you just get rid of Doc's stim pistols? He can revive himself on the ground. Well, that's his actual main ability. If
yes,
Zophia's whole ability was just to withstand, then that's one thing, but that's not the case. It's just a passive ability. Another
no,
thing too, I
I would
can't believe
agree.
they almost put on Tachanka too. That would have been really,
Oh,
really
that was
weird.
so
That was,
broken.
yeah,
T'Chaka
that was
already
dumb.
had a lot of opportunity to be a very broken operator, and albeit they've nerfed it quite considerably. They've changed him, and he's becoming more competitively viable recently. Um, but yeah, it would have been entirely too broken. Here's a change that I think would be beneficial. Finka, right? She is a absolutely terrible operator. She has almost no good anything to bring to an attacking setup for the most part. She effectively gets rid of recoil, throws off a lot of people's aim. The guns, the fire rates are pretty low, so that's again a little bit of a detriment. She does have frag grenades, which is nice, and she does have an ability that helps you gain some more HP. But the important thing is we have Doc on the defense, whose ability is to stim people. We also have Finka, whose ability should be to res herself up off the ground. If any operator is going to have it, it should be Finka because that's her ability. So looks like our last person is finally joining back. I think both teams are ready. Yes, that is an R from both of them. So praise the Rainbow Six Siege gods. We are getting back into this match. It is a 4-0 scoreline, fellow.
I think we only stalled for like 3 minutes. That's not a big deal. Hey, I got to tell my pretty cool story about why Sophia Withstand is not okay in my
Yes.
books. Uh, Say kitchen dining though will in fact be held by Legion or not. Yeah, it is Legion. Okay, I don't know why I thought that was wrong for a minute there, but yeah, Legion hasn't really seen that much success on the other two objective
Attackers need
rooms.
to
So
locate
in my
and
opinion,
defuse
it doesn't make a
bomb.
lot of sense to go here. Instead, kind of test the waters essentially to see if you can possibly win on here, and then kind of go back to the drawing board on the second or basement floor. I think it's a pretty good idea. And would you agree, Rigel?
I would agree. I mean, they've been losing consistently the first 4 rounds, whether it's by fault or just by design of Reven. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Like, I think Reven's just playing excellent on the final round. But in any case, a
10
change
seconds
is
to insertion.
there is a very, very prominent
Attackers have
caster,
located a
again, his
bomb.
name is Chief.
5 seconds to go.
But his mantra is don't take the same site twice unless you were going to do
Attackers
something
are moving
drastic
to defuse the bomb.
to impact the change in the round. You know, if you're confident that there is one detail that needs to be changed to win you the round, by all means play it again. But we've seen Legion do the exact same thing on the exact same sites multiple times in a row, and that's just not what you need to see.
Attackers
when
have
you're
dropped the bomb
losing very
diffuser.
heavily.
Attackers recover the bomb diffuser.
That's actually a really good take. That makes so much sense. I think a lot of people actually agree with that, but for some odd reason, we all just have that mentality. No. We want to go there again. We want to put the enemy team back in their place, as most people would say, but it just somehow never works. I don't know why it wouldn't. Reven, though, stacking up near that big tower part of the map. Is Higer just going to run right into sight here? I think he's going to attempt it, but there is someone holding down that back angle, and there's also some vertical play options from above. That pixel peek, though, will get spotted up by Highgut. He'll shut down Jordy. The opening round kill going back in the favor of Reven. And he could possibly go for a second one here. He's going to narrowly miss those shots, but in the end, he'll still land him on the head of Chew after going to refrag Jerry's dead corpse. But Raptor's trying to make things work out, but he'll finally meet his maker as well. Now just a 3-on-1, all up to Teku, and he's not even on site. He's in the middle of Freezer, trying to come back to the objective room.
See, that is where the Nomad comes into effect. And oh wow, okay, he gets the shot onto Higet, but he takes a lot of damage in return. Nomad is very effective in that situation. Is when you need to retake sites quickly, is he gonna be able to get it? Wow.
God, Teku.
Okay, pop off. Now he's got to find his way back into sight, though. That's going to take a lot of time off the defuse timer. But a Nomad is very effective in these late situations like that because you're going to have to be rushing back to sight, and it prevents those very quick retakes. So that's huge because you don't have time to deny it. But it is going to be a very nice shot there from
Omar's, yeah.
I had a moment. Omar's ended the round, and Revens is taking a 5-0 lead on Oregon. Crazy is one word to describe that. They are unstoppable.
Yeah, I can't believe we literally went from 2 double overtime match point situations to now a 5-0, the exact polar opposite. Especially on Oregon when you're attacking first. How does something like this happen? It completely blows my mind out of my own skull and just 20 feet away from me at this point. And that was almost a clutch round by Teku. He did a really amazing play, getting that kill through the drone hole after shutting down the first one to cross his path there. That was almost minimal, but he wasn't entirely sure where Omar was sitting at, or Omar's was sitting at. So in the end, it was just not meant to be, I suppose. And this could actually be a 6-0 match point, as Legion hasn't really looked strong on any of these sites so far. They're going to try to hold it off here on this basement defense, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to win it, regardless.
Yeah, this isn't looking too hot for them. I'm not counting them out yet because they played phenomenally and they played from behind on previous situations as well. So and it's not match point. You know, it's not over until it's over. But another important point is that it's, you know, it's not the end, or the beginning of the end, I should say, until it's match point. They have the opportunity. They just have to pick up 5 rounds in a row, even better, 6 or 7 rounds in a row to guarantee themselves at least an overtime. And it's not unheard of. It would be a reverse sweep situation. But I think what's attributing to the fact that Legion is losing here is maybe the lack of preparedness. I mean, I don't know how often they've scrimmed Oregon. Maybe they thought that they weren't ever going to have to take Oregon, but I mean, here you guys are. Had to be ready for it, and that just might be the case. I can't think of anything else because they're all good players. I can't count any of them out. They're all solid players. So I think it's just a lack of preparedness on what exactly the map requires for defense.
Quiet before the storm.
They've all done their job relatively well. Teku could possibly pick up an opening frag, but he did miss the first one onto Ash. And Nomad not going to contest that angle, instead just throwing an air jab onto Split. So it will remain a 5-on-5 as Highgut now makes his way possibly towards the other side of Big Tower to meet up with Omar's. I think that's exactly what's going to happen right this very instance. But there is still a small roam presence here by Legion, but I don't know how well they're going to be able to perform that said roam. Exothermic charge going off as well here, but a shot almost landed there by Raptor. I thought that was the case, but no, in fact, it was Highgut shutting down Teku. So there's the roam presence just immediately taken care of, and now the main advantage again back in the favor of Reven.
I think that was just, I don't know because we didn't see it obviously, but I think that was just a case of the shift W, you know, failing him there, because Vigil was hauling ass across the map, trying to get over and flank these people. And he didn't expect there to be an Ash up there, and you almost always have to be ready to take a gunfight. You should never do shift Wing, except in very certain circumstances, one of which is maybe while you're outside trying to get up to the building so you don't get spawn peek. That's maybe an appropriate time. But other than that, no. Jordy here, and along with Raptor getting absolutely stunned to high heaven. Not a whole lot that you can do about that in that situation, but at least nobody's flanking him. But Jerry here on the Maverick is going to be opening the wall, and I don't think Jordy knows. Nope, never mind, he knows. Is he going to get a kill on that?
Attackers recovered the bomb.
He's pretty much just stuck right next to that corner. I really don't know what he can do in this position here, but an execute is soon to come out here by Reven as Omar shuts down Jordy. Raptor getting injured as well by, I believe it was a grenade by Jerry. Bean going to try to contest that angle, but it's not going to be enough. It's just going to be a sea of blue yet again as Reven just dominates in the middle of sight, and it's 6-0 match point, favoring the attackers as they now go on to defense on Oregon. This is unheard of, Rigel.
I was saying I hope we didn't have a Borgen, and I can't really call this one a full-on,
It's not boring, it's unheard of.
Yes, but also it's a 6-0 half, and I would have loved to see a little bit more coming out of the side of Legion. But yeah, no, this is phenomenal for any Reven Academy fans in the chat right now. You guys are absolutely living it up. But did you see what happened and why they won that round? They were planting on the doorway. And what it did is it forced the Goyo to make a run for it, and he fell into the two angles of crossfire, one from his left from Pillar and the other one from all the way back in Closet. So, see what I mean? Those plant spots can really change the outcome of the round right there. Because, I mean, if Goyo would have gotten a lucky shot onto the planter, that could have been round over.
Yeah. What? Yeah, that is actually a great point. Yeah, I never thought about planting on the door, but that actually makes a lot of sense when you go over it. So thank you for opening up my mind a little bit there, Michael. I actually appreciate that quite a lot. And Reven bringing a very unique team comp here. They have the Warden probably just to deny that post-plant situation. Also the deployable shield. It adds even more utility. That's why you see Warden getting played a lot more. Because now there's a whole whopping 4 deployable shields at the hands of Reven. That's going to be very, very annoying to deal with if you're on the side of Legion. And also, Zogu going for a little bit of a spawn peek, but he's not bringing the 1.5 time optic of that MP5K. Doesn't really matter, there was no one really walked into his crosshairs, so he's not going to pick up any kills nor be dealt any damage. So it's like as if nothing ever happened, but Raptor is going to actually make something happen. He'll take care of After almost immediately, and that's a lot of active utility by Warden just thrown down the drain.
That is a very impactful opening kill, and that is going to be another one for Raptor. Maybe a third. Is he going to take it against the... Oh, wow, okay. Jaeger ended that reign of terror, but not fully. He is down but not out, and the opportunity to save him is there. Jaeger... Oh, my lord, he almost lost his head. Omars, you were a very lucky man. That could have ended badly there for Reven. It would have been a 2v4 or 2v5 situation. But at the moment, it'll still be a 3v5, so it looks like Nomad is getting picked up. But you have some really solid operators to do it with. The only detriment is that you lost your smoke, so you lose a little bit of the plant denial, and that's unfortunate. But other than that, I'm liking where we're at right now.
Yeah, 3-on-5. This could be a slight comeback round for Legion, but they're going to have to win 5 more in a row if they even get this round on the board. If Reven wins this, it's game over, or any round after this until overtime comes into play. Say some more droning comes out though by Jordy and the rest of his ragtag little crew there. Zogu still trying to contest this angle here into Attic. If they are able to slow down this push from the northern side of the map, this could still be a win for Reven, as they don't have that much more time to really stall here. Stun grenades coming out though, that's going to force Zogu to push back a little bit, but they're not actually extending on to Lamai. That could possibly allow him to come right back into that Attic Goyo shield, but in fact he's gone for the much smarter play, reinforcing that rotation hole, and then forcing to run right into Omar's and Jerry.
These are really good positions here from Reven. They know what they're doing. Their IGL is absolutely directing them in the perfect way. It's going to be Ash coming in very quickly, though. I don't think anybody knows he's in.
They know?
They're not looking at him.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Jaeger, that was a perfect summation of that right now. It's now a 2v5. Ash has done what the team required. Nomad making a push as well. Goyo's going to have to make a big play here in order to prevent, but no, he's going to get shot through. What the hell did he get shot through?
I have absolutely no clue, but now just a 1v4, and we're going to see a rehost after this round here. Reven in an attempt to try to go for this 1v4 post plant. I believe they're a little bit tilted after that past round, but it is still going to be 6-1 in their favor, unless, of course, Zogu can clutch this. Jerry already leaving the game, though, so there will definitely be a rehost. They have no faith in their own teammate, and he's going to sit here going for a possible kill bait. One player will try to contest him, though, on that angle. Possibly, he's right on the top of weight, but Zogu will actually win the gunfight, but he's not going to win any more of that 7th round, as Chu will shut him down all the way from outside, from behind. And that's going to now be 6-1 match point rather than 7-0 victory for Reven. And we will, in fact, see that rehost come out. Whether it's a joke or not, we're still going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a couple minutes to talk yet again here, but real quick, I am gonna highlight the fact that Jaeger, Ash jumped in.
How did you not hear that?
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That is the only the only flounder besides the plant issue that we talked about earlier, and they resolved. That's the only thing that I've seen that I have a little bit of a, what's it called, issue with. But even then, it's not too big. They're still up 6-1. So it's not terrible. But then again, this could just be attacker-sided Oregon. So watch this go to overtime again. We're going to be here until very late. But I'll tell you what, fellow Tofu, all of you guys, SCS is in unlimited overtime in their regular season matches as well as their playoff matches.
Oh,
We have the record for the second longest competitive game of Siege ever, including Pro League, including CCS. The longest is CCS, holding the record with 32 rounds. We're second with 24 rounds on a single map on Villa. So could you imagine having to sit here and cast 24 rounds and then going on and casting another map after that? No.
I think the most for Pro League. Wait, was that the first one that you said? Was that it, or is it a different league?
No. The first one that I said was 32 rounds. That was CCS.
Okay.
Basically amateur Pro League right there. So shout out to at the Third Walker on Twitter. I don't think he's watching this either, but he did. He's a good guy. He runs CCS, so he's doing a great job. Second place for longest game is SCS with 24 rounds, and then third place is Pro League with 22 rounds.
Which was on Coastline. I was going to get to that. I was going to say, I don't know if you mentioned Pro League the first time. It was G2 versus Empire. That was a brutal game, man. Everyone was just tired and they didn't want to be there anymore, but it was still super exciting nonetheless. I am kind of glad though that we don't have to experience that kind of pain here. And I also hope that wasn't really bad in audio there, as I was watching the stream on Jenna's old watch stream thing, so hopefully that didn't bug my audio for like half a minute there.
No, you were good. It was only like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Hermes up in my DMs. He wants me to send $20 to someone. Okay, I'll do that later.
I mean, you could send 20 to me right now if you insist.
I'm good. I have a very limited budget to work with, and I can't, unfortunately.
All right, I respect that. That's fine. Yes. I can completely agree. Yeah, just more moments for the last player to join up, then we'll have to wait for them to ready up.
No.
Yeah, really coincidental, guys. What?
Okay, so listen to this. So the font name that I'm buying is Aliens Among Us. and I'm very concerned
Oh,
about that. Oh, Jerry! He's back.
yep. I don't know if that was just a little I I'm not even gonna finish my sentence there. We're
I
finally
don't
getting
know,
back
man.
into the game. We're gonna have a reattempt here of kids in dorms, and if it's anything as to what Rigel said a moment ago, we might just see Legion win this again, as you normally shouldn't try to go the exact same site you just played if you lost it, unless you're completely changing out the team comp, which it doesn't really look to be the case here for Reven.
Yeah,
Attackers
Reven
need
has
to
been
locate and
looking
defuse
very
bombs.
strong all maps so far, with the exception of that last round. Their operator lineup, it has changed slightly from what it looks like. They have the Malusi now. Did they take the Malusi last round?
I think they did, but I don't actually know.
We're gonna go with, for the sake of me wanting to sound smart, that they didn't have Malusi last round, and this is a new thing. And I like that. I think the Malusi is what they need, because if you look at what happened, they lost a lot of map control very quickly. And Malusi is the operator to choose when you need to maintain map control on the defensive side of things. She slows down the initial pushes, or takes a lot of utility consumption in order for somebody like Asher's able to be able to destroy those charges. Because
Attackers
they
must
obviously
locate and defuse
they
a
have to be
bomb.
punched, of course, but for the most part, you don't want to run up and punch something while somebody's holding an angle on you.
Yeah, it's an easy way to get yourself killed there. Not the best play, but as the prep phase now finishes up, we could possibly see how exactly Legion wants to attack on this 8th round. And again, they're going to have to play this next couple of rounds basically perfectly if they want to remain as a contender here to try and get this series point as a victory for them. If not, then Reven's going to just take the cake and eat it too in a 2-to-1 map fashion, and narrowly missing that flawless victory on Oregon, which still blows my mind in this very instance as they were attacking first. But anywho, back into the current round here. Chu gonna get ready to work his way in towards Big Tower. They don't have a Maverick, but they can always just do vertical play to get rid of those anything on the wall, but that doesn't really matter either. Is there something on the wall? I've completely lost. I just don't know who's bringing what at this point anymore.
Everyone's just
I'm all over the
absolutely
place.
doing everything, man. This
Yeah.
game is wild. Oh, Higet, there we go.
And I get the kill. Yep, there we go.
He does. I don't quite know who he killed or where he killed him, but he did it. Was it inside Master? What absolute hell happened? I don't know.
Yeah, the observer
We will
doesn't
never know.
either. Yeah, we'll never know. Missed the kill.
Yeah, if the observer can't find it, we never will. So that is very good. Oh my God, he's getting flashed out. Look at this. Wamai is about to die, potentially. Never mind. No, they ignore the push and just decide to sit back and waste all that utility for nothing. Confused, and
And he
Zofia
gets
goes down. What?
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't know why you would want to just waste all that utility if you're not even going to push. I guess that in the end, though, eventually Legion will pick up something for that process there, as Teku claims one near Big Window, but it's still opened up. I don't know where he even got that kill from, to be honest, but he's positioned now onto the pool table window. I think he's getting ready just to melee it open. Higet, though, finding his second kill onto this possible last round. That's Carrier down as well. This could be a lot more of a better round here for Reven, and we might not even see another round. Omar's picking up one, and oh my God, Higet! He'll find himself a third. I think this is in fact finally over. We're gonna see someone win here. Zogu will get taken down, but it is technically a 2-on-1 still. I don't know if Bean Yacht is going to be able to clutch this one out. He'll walk right through the Malusi, and he has no clue of Higet's position. It'll be a quadra kill to end things off strong for Reven. And they're going to finally win this best-of-3 series in 2-to-1 map point fashion.
They're asking for a Rios.
Wow, they are living about that.
That is toxic. All right.
Yeah, they're not having it.
Yeah, Reven, I don't blame you, man. Rehosting is frustrating, but seriously, guys, that was such a good game. No need to be toxic. Everyone, just give each other the love for that one, because you guys gave it one hell of a shot, and Reven ultimately came out on top. So GG's to them. And I gotta say, player of the game. Oh man, this one's a tough call because there were so many strong players here. But oh man, let's see.
Honestly,
It's got to be Higet
anymore either.
It's got to be Higet. I think
Yeah.
he fragged out so much on every map, and I wouldn't say carried his team because his team was supporting him the entire time, but he was just leading the charge. That's a very apt way to put it. So it looks like we are going to have an interview potentially if we
Oh
can
boy.
potentially get that organized. I don't know how we do interviews here at SFCL. So we might just have somebody join the Discord call.
Yeah, they
For a
don't
short
have to
second.
join the OBS, which is nice. But we won't get to see
Yeah.
their face. But it's okay. We
True.
can hear their
Okay.
audio, I suppose.
But it looks like Tofu is giving us the word on high that we're going to go to a short break while we try and sort out the not an issue, but excuse me, the interviewee if we're going to get one, and we'll be right back with you to either close things out or ask a couple questions to one of the players from tonight. So we'll see you in a minute.
One.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. We do, in fact, have an interview for all you lovely folks that are still watching, which we greatly appreciate. It's going to be after from the winning team of Reven. It's great to have you on here, man. We did see some great plays by almost everyone on your team. But one highlight that I actually want to go to from you, just going to cut right to the point here. That, I think it was, what, a 1v4, 1v3 clutch that you had on Thermite? Correct me if that was you or not. Where you ended up getting a trade out onto Bean Yacht. So what were you, how did that whole like little play kind of go out in your mind there? Want to give me like a rundown?
Can
Hello,
you
hello.
hear us?
You hear?
Oh, there
Hello?
you go. Oh yeah, I heard you. Can you hear
Hello?
us?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. We're having technical
What?
difficulties.
Hold up, hold up. Hold up. 1 second.
Well, I know we can hear him, so streaming. That's
All
one thing.
right, I'm hearing. Yeah,
Okay, there
I'm
we
back.
go.
I'm back. I'm
Beautiful.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, welcome back. You're good, man.
It was one before. Yeah, we thought we lost the map, and I was like, okay, let me get some frags. And when I get the smoke frag, it was like, okay, I can glitch it, and I did it. I don't know. I was so scared. I mean, yeah. I had nothing else to say.
That's completely
Honestly,
fair, yeah.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, I played comp for a short period of time myself, and whenever you're in a clutch like that, it is your heart gets going. Like
Yeah.
it is crazy. But I do have a question as well for you guys because you guys were absolutely, you know, picking apart the other team's plays in a lot of cases. You know, a lot of times it did come down to gun skill, but at the same time, you guys were picking apart the plays really well. So who is the IGL for you guys? Who's calling your shots?
Uh, there's like two IGLs. I
Okay.
mean, there's one IGL that is the main IGL, but to be honest, he's just the leader. He don't say. Because I'm like I'm not saying that I'm the best and anything, but like I'm like go to this way and that way and do that and I mean you like I'm the IGL, but there's a little leader that says things too.
Okay. Yeah. We see a lot of teams doing that, like sort of a double IGL almost. So it's working out. So, fellow, I'll give you a question. Then I've got one more thing to add. Then we can pretty much, I think, call it a day.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me a question to ask after, or you're gonna ask me a question?
No, no, yeah, to ask after. Sorry, it was me being stupid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't know if I just completely like just lost that there.
No,
Okay.
you are good.
But give me just 1 second real quick. Okay. Let me think. I mean, overall, it was an absolute blast. Did you guys expect to just kind of just win Oregon so easily? I
Yeah.
mean, we saw the
uh,
first two maps that went to double overtime. Such a complete, like, different outcome at the very
Yeah.
end.
Those guys win the maps, the rounds I mean, because they play so weird. They don't play Siege, to be honest. They just play like super weird things. They don't take the 1v1s. They're like if we take the 1v1s, they run. They run. Literally. I mean not to be toxic and anything, but they're not playing Siege.
Okay.
And Oregon is a so close map that we could win the gunfights. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were picking apart their defenses for sure. On a map that normally it's like 4-2 in favor of the defense, you guys 6-0'd on attack, which is absolutely nuts. So you guys did really well. My last question, and then we can pretty much call it a night. You guys have had a long one for sure. If you want to shout anybody out or plug your socials or anything like
Oh,
that, that's my question.
oh, yeah. I got a TikTok after zero. If
Okay.
you and I can say something. We got a new player. If you notice, Haggett. He's a really good player.
He was
He
new for
the
you guys?
yeah
Ooh,
yeah. The first match did like 20 kills,
Yeah,
22 if I'm not
22.
wrong.
Yeah, it was
And
very impressive.
I just want to say that the coach and the manager are doing a great work. I mean, we're getting super good players. We're getting nice strats. We're getting everything.
perfect, man. Well, I can definitely see you guys going really far here. I think that makes you guys 3-1 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really done a whole lot with SFCL, so I
Yeah,
apologize if I'm incorrect. But with that being said, man, we'll definitely see you next week. I hope I get to watch you guys again because that was seriously very very exciting game of Siege there. So after, thank you. I
yeah. You're
very much
welcome.
appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, so fellow, what a day, man. That was, oh my god, that was 3.5 going on 4 hours of Siege. We're still
Yeah,
here. We're still here.
I cannot wait to just go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be pretty blunt about that. Yeah, I'm tired. I got work I gotta do. I mean, I loved doing this for as long as it was, but I gotta pretty much hit the brakes now on my streaming here and just go, just sit and ponder about all my work I have to now, make up essentially. But
Oh
that's
no.
completely fine. Honestly, it was great to be out here yet again. Any practice, I love, taking the opportunity for. I'm I am in fact glad that your casting is just as good as your observation. So it was also an absolute
Thank you.
honor to work with you, Rigel. But I think we're just gonna keep everything, nice, short and sweet here. We're just gonna end it off right now. We want to thank everyone for coming out, and that's gonna be it for us. Hope you all have a great rest of your night, and to see you in our next match, which should be pretty soon. I think it's what, Friday, maybe. I think, or do we have one Thursday? I don't actually know.
I actually don't know that either. Tofu, I'm sure
Okay.
will have all that information. I think it'd be awesome if he sent that in the Twitch chat because obviously we're gonna have the 3-minute delay, so he can do that because he's very powerful. It is
It is
Friday.
Friday. All right, I
Okay.
was right. Okay.
So yeah, we'll see everybody Friday. I won't be casting most likely or doing anything on Friday with you guys, unfortunately. But we have a very large opportunity, and I'm very excited to tell everybody that. I'm not going to leak too much, but watch the Twitter. Watch the Twitter, and while you're at it on Twitter, make sure you follow SFCL Make sure you follow Fellow. Make sure you follow me. I would absolutely love you. I will give you a crisp high five. So with that being said, guys, I'm Rigel. That's Fellow. We had Jenna in the booth tonight and all
Yep.
of the other production staff as well. Thank you very much, and we'll see you Friday.